Yeah, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live. And as you can see, I got my main man with me. One of my main mans, the Transformer. What's good, Transformer? Number one dad.
Hey, man, I believe you had it right the first time, man. The main man is here, bro. I'm kidding, man. I'm doing good, brother. How about yourself?
Maintaining, man. Good to see you.
Always.
We definitely got to do some sports talk. We weren't even planning to do a show tonight, but then, we saw what might have been the best game in the best basketball game so far in the Olympics, and so we said we got to get on him.
We got to.
Yeah, definitely.
We got to talk about how the Captain America came in, did his thing. You know what I mean? KD did his thing. Steph the Chef Curry did his thing. Come on now.
All right.
Come on now.
You know what? All the boys did their thing. Nah, they did, and we're definitely going to talk about them. We're definitely going to give them their due, and we're going to break all that down. But before we get to it, you know what time it is. If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us that like, that 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And finally, make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do to remember. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. we are live here on the Format Podcast, and we'll give you the opportunity to call in, talk to us, get at me. I love it. I can't wait. All right. So I'm definitely gonna get into this, and but what's going on, Edward? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in with us. So before we get to that, though, we got a couple other things to talk about. We're definitely going to talk about Draymond Green and what I believe are his utterly ridiculous comments about USA basketball, and we'll get to that. But before we do, just wanted to touch in on a couple of what we call quick hits, right? Some things that we didn't have enough to do a full topic on, but some key items that we wanted to hit in the world of sports. So first one I wanted to talk about, last time you were on with me, Transformer, we talked about I guess 2 episodes back, we talked about the AFC North, and we broke down the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule, and man, how what's going on? It's not that serious. Good to see you, bro. We broke down the Pittsburgh Steelers and how their schedule looks crazy, especially on the back end. Pause. And so we kind of broke that down. And one of the things we talked about when it comes to regards to the Pittsburgh Steelers was first that you have, I'm not going to call it a quarterback controversy yet, but it looks like you have a legitimate discussion between we got a legitimate discussion going on between Justin Fields, not discussion, competition. Thank you.
There you go. I got you.
Justin Fields, and appreciate you. Between Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. So we know Russell Wilson's been kind of nicked up. I think he had his calf injury so far going on in camp here. And Justin Fields been taking the bulk of the first team reps. And, we know that.
Good.
Yeah, the coaching staff kind of likes what they're seeing. So I thought that was interesting. But what's even more interesting to me is that there seem to be some real rumors about the possibility of Brandon Ayuk getting traded from the San Francisco 49ers to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I got to tell you, that could be dangerous.
A game changer. You finally give either one, Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, you give them a legit weapon,
they've got a legit weapon.
You got George Pickens over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you add George Pickens, you get to take the safety off of him. So now you can't cover both. You can't double both. So, when Justin Fields is rolling out to the left or right, or Russell Wilson's breaking the pocket and the play breaks down, those guys can get open. So that's going to be major for him. I'm hearing this. It's almost like a foregone conclusion that he's actually going to go there. So, I mean, that's going to be nothing but great for them. Bad for San Francisco because they waited so long to make this trade, because I don't think they're going to get a first round pick out of it. You're not going to get enough from this draft because this draft is already over. So, now you're looking at previous drafts and you're waiting on another, 2 to 3 years when y'all are in win now mode. So I'm curious to see what the compensation is going to be for Brandon Ayuk. Honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if San Francisco does give him up and doesn't, if it's Pittsburgh, they're not going to get back a quality receiver in return. So then the next question is, one, how good of an offensive play caller is Kyle Shanahan? He's going to lose a major weapon, a guy who I believe led the league in yards per catch last year at almost 18. And then on top of that, we're going to see also how good is Brock Purdy for real. Now, personally, I don't think that's a question we should be asking. Two NFC Championship game appearances and a Super Bowl appearance and almost won the damn thing. Right. But, you know, they're going to look for any opportunity to say that, well, Brock Purdy's not what we thought he is, but he's not going to get that $60 million a year deal. Yeah. L Boogie was good, my G. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Ravens better step in and shut that down. That's a game changer in the division. Power of a horror was good. I mean, what could the Ravens do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. So, you know,
I mean, being honest, Ravens defensively, they did take a blow this offseason. You know what I mean? Especially Patrick Queen, I think that's his name, that linebacker. Yeah,
he's going to Pittsburgh.
Using him, like he's in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? So it's like you lost one of your best defenders, and he's now playing for the team that you guys need to keep out of there. But that end of season schedule is still gonna be tough for anybody. So you just hoping that either one of them boys make it, you know, through that gauntlet. You know what I mean? So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun team to watch. I still got him finishing what I had finishing last. I had him finishing last, I want to say.
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're still going to finish last because, like I said, you still got trouble at the quarterback. You guys, for a team who doesn't know who their quarterback is, I have you finishing last.
Well, you know this is what I got to say, though. And again, obviously, I'm a Raven fan, so in no way am I rooting for the Steelers. But with that said, Mike Tomlin has been able to have these guys competitive over the last 5 or 6 years with basically an end of his lifetime, an end of his career, Ben Roethlisberger, and then a myriad of bad quarterback play. Beyond that, he still had those guys make the playoffs. He had those guys that one season start the season 11-0. He's never finished under 500. He's done all this with terrible quarterback play. So now imagine you got two guys there who have a legitimate chance to be, the best quarterbacks he's had in years, along with you have you add an all-pro level weapon. I mean, that could be really dangerous. So,
Yeah, I mean, but what did Pittsburgh finish last year? Third?
Third in the division, yeah.
Okay, and why was Cincinnati last?
Joe Burrow got hurt.
So, I mean, them being last again is not a far-going conclusion. Because I mean,
I'm not saying that, but I give Mike Tomlin that much credit as a coach that he's that good. And they got a new offensive coordinator in Arthur Smith. So,
wow,
right? Remember?
He played. He coached the Titans.
He was the OC for the Titans, and he was the head coach of. He just got fired from
Atlanta. Was it Atlanta?
Atlanta, yeah. But the reason I give him his due as the OC of the Titans, this guy made Ryan Tannehill a Pro Bowler.
True.
Right. So there's some there's
sad facts, but it's reality.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this was supposed to be a quick hit. This ended up turning into a slightly longer segment than I expected, but that's cool.
Don't start me about football. We can go all night.
All night. But let's go to our second quick hit topic, and that is Noah Lyles, the quote unquote fastest man in the world and the current defending 100-meter Olympic champion, came out for what's normally his event, the 200-meter. I don't think he had lost a race in the 200 meters in like 3 years, and he was looking to become the first doubles champion, right? 100-meter and 200-meter champion in the Olympics since Usain Bolt, and he was the odds-on favorite in the 200-meter. And today he ran that final, and surprise, surprise, he ends up getting smoked by Leslie Tebogo of Botswana. And that was the first time that's the first time an African nation, has ever won a gold medal in the 200 meters. So congrats, Leslie Tebogo.
Absolutely.
Gotta give that guy his due. He definitely got busy out there. And what got me was this. Afterwards, we heard it reported that Noah Lyles ran the race with a diagnosis of COVID. I'm gonna let you take that, and then I'll respond to you afterwards. Go ahead, man.
Honestly, man, I hope he gets well. I hope it's nothing too crazy, nothing too serious. We did see the man kind of collapse at the end of the race. He was down. I mean, the man got LeBron James off the field, meaning Kerry or Paul Pierce, however you want to put it.
Hey,
But
man, chill with the Paul Pierce, bro.
I mean, he had
Was
to
that
go boo boo.
necessary,
We
bro?
know. I mean, he had to
You
go
know
boo
what?
boo, man. It's all
See,
good.
was that really necessary, Mr. Laker? Was
Oh,
it?
see, but I put
You
LeBron
had to do
first. I
that,
thought you
right?
would have been proud of that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I put
All right.
LeBron first. I did I not? I gave you a favor. I did you a solid right there. But all in all, man, I hope he's healthy, man. I hope because
Uh-huh.
he still has to run the 4x1. We still got that coming up, and he's supposed to be, I believe, the anchor leg for that one. So,
Right.
we hope when he does well. But this was the worst timing of mentioning that the boy got
It
COVID.
was.
It was the worst time. And now,
Right.
granted, we were seeing him with the mask on, and that was throwing me in question. I'm like, when they showed the
Yeah, I was like,
previews,
why
I've
is
never seen him in
yeah,
a mask. I'm like, why is he wearing a
right.
mask? You know what I mean?
I
So
just thought because he's kind of a different kind of guy. I thought
yeah,
maybe he was just doing that maybe to attract some attention or, for whatever reason. I didn't think it was a legitimate medical reason that he was wearing the mask.
but it turns out, I mean, that's what it was. I just at that point push the press first, so at least we know what we're expecting. Not
Mm-hmm.
when he gets smoked. We don't want to hear that when he
Right.
gets smoked. It
Right.
comes off as an excuse. You're trying to
Exactly.
run away from the well, okay. This is the reason why you
Mm-hmm.
lost. You
Yeah,
just
I ain't
didn't
with that.
have it. You were gassed. So I
Right.
mean, yes, granted, I mean, COVID is a thing. I mean, we're gonna verify if not there's medical records or there's doctors coming out like, yeah, he was diagnosed with COVID 2 days ago. Okay, cool. But tell us that 2 days ago. Not don't tell us that the moment after the race. You know what I mean? I
Exactly.
just feel like the timing just wasn't right. You know what I mean? Because now we're going as, oh, well, that was the race he was whooping about. That's the
Mm-hmm.
race everybody had him going
Right.
first. And
Right.
now, oh, he gets smoked. Oh, he
Mm-hmm.
got COVID. By the way,
Yeah.
he got COVID. Oh, come on,
He,
man. We
he
don't want
didn't
to hear
he
that.
didn't look sick when they announced him, and he ran out the tunnel jumping around and hopping around and laughing and all that, right?
First of all, I need somebody to check his vert. That boy, I think his vert is pretty crazy. That man can
Yeah.
hop, man.
You know what though? In fairness, I think all them track stars could jump pretty high, man. I think all those guys really got bungees, man. So
Nah, man.
when you
I
run that
saw it,
much and you train that much on being explosive in your lower body, and you know that being a track guy
dude.
and being a trainer, you know that it's gonna create some type of different abilities, you know.
Man, dude, man, it was a screenshot. My guy Mike Soto, man. Shout out Mike Soto, the U University, man, doing his thing out there. But he sent me a screenshot of when Noah Lyles did the hop before the meet. Every track
Oh
runner was standing. His
yes,
hamstrings was above
like
the
the
track,
shoulders.
the shoulders. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, what
I
is he doing?
that's funny. I saw that before the 100, and I was like, yo, this dude is he's getting up there.
Hey,
He's getting
that
up
that
there.
was crazy. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. The body you, by the way, the body you. My bad, Mike. If I butchered your name, I'm gonna tag it later. I love you, brother. I may have butchered the name, but you know what I'm shouting you out for. But that photo was crazy. That photo was crazy.
Oh man. All right. So real quick note. Um if you're here in the chat, appreciate all of you. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe if you haven't already on the YouTube page itself. Make sure we get these likes out. Helps YouTube hit the algorithm and push the show and the channel out to more people so we can get more people in here and we can continue to grow the show. All right. So we did the quick hits, and now let's go ahead and get to our first topic, and that is Draymond Green. Now, all right, so here's the deal, right? I'm not trying to be, old head hater guy, get off my lawn guy, whatever. I've been called that. It's cool, but that's not what I'm trying to be. But here's the deal. Draymond Green is obviously he's a four-time world champion, and
Mhm.
he's the guy who is going to go into the Hall of Fame when he's done playing, deservedly so or not. That's a totally different thing. But
Deservedly so. I think he
Draymond
deserved
Green
it.
has a Draymond Green deserves to be in the Hall of Very Good, not the Hall of Fame. That's something different. But Draymond Green, he is a guy who speaks his mind, kind of like I guess a new age Charles Barkley. He speaks his mind to the point that he has his own podcast, the Draymond Green Show, which has
Mhm.
been picked up on the Volume Podcast Network, which is owned and run by Colin Cowherd. And this is interesting because a while back, maybe a month or two ago, I did a show basically because Colin Cowherd was on his show, The Herd, and he was talking about how basketball is so much better today and the players are so much better today. And I guess he believes that, he being Cowherd, that Team USA 2024 men's basketball is better than the Dream Team. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Okay. And so that gets followed by recently, a few days ago, Draymond Green on the Draymond Green Show. Well, he had some similar comments along those lines, and I figured we need to come on here and we need to have a discussion about this. And I'm very interested to hear what the Transformer has to say about this. But first, before we get
Stand by.
started, let's let's hear what Draymond Green had to say about that.
This 2024 team are definitely drawing those comparisons to the Dream Team. And quite frankly, I'm taking the 2024 team 7 days a week. I think the 2024 team beats the Dream Team 5 out of 7 games. Gotta give the Dream Team some respect. They got GOATs, we get it. They got Hall of Famers, we get it. I just think the versatility on that team, the star power, the scoring, I don't think the Dream Team can do anything with that. Now, if the Dream Team has Shaq on it and not Christian Laettner, maybe a different story. And that's why I don't think the Dream Team could come close. I wouldn't say come close. A 10-point loss, double digits. By 2024 Team USA, you can book it.
I don't. The blatant disrespect, the nonsense, the ridiculousness,
I love your reaction, man. I love your reaction, bro. I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
Transform. I'm trying not to get mad when I hear this stuff, right? Because everyone's entitled to their opinions, no matter how misguided or nonsensical, right? Everybody's entitled to their opinions. But for him to say that, for a guy who plays this game for a living, I was about to say it's confounding to me, but what I'm really gonna say is he's a Clutch Sports client. 1, he's LeBron's butt buddy. 2,
you took my quote. Go ahead.
Okay, right. So these things they play a role and they affect how you are going to publicly speak on certain topics, right?
You forgot about another player.
AD?
No, the person he won 4 championships with.
Oh, Steph Curry. But
hey, forget him.
I think Steph is a little more. Steph is a competitor, but I don't think he would get upset if Draymond said, or at least not publicly. I don't think that he would say that. I don't think he would get upset if Draymond said he chose the Dream Team. Power of a Horror, what up, Ka? I don't like the Shaq comment because what you got to remember, the Dream Team, greatest team ever assembled, was full of veterans, right? I think every one of those guys except Christian Laettner had been in the league at least 10 years already. So even if Shaq is on that team, is Shaq getting burned ahead of David Robinson and Patrick Ewing? Not a college Shaq. That wasn't going to happen. So I don't think. I don't even think that the Shaq comment that Draymond made is really relevant.
I think when he said that, at first I'm like, "Ooh, boy, he got a point." But then I thought about, I'm like, we're talking about 1992,
right?
This 1992, Shaq wasn't Shaq yet. I mean, yes, he was still young, agile. Like the boy was running the floor, full court.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But I don't think he had the awareness, the mental awareness of what it took to be along with those guys and to play along with those guys. I think that would have been the difference in Shaq being on that team in 92. Now, you would have told me 99? Oh, yeah, Shaq. Put Shaq on that team.
Yeah, you have something, right. You have something different there. Brandon Bryce, what up, B? Appreciate you. L Boogie, yeah, that I don't know that the Dream Team would smash them, but I think they'd beat them by double digits. I do. So let's do this. Here's my question for you, Transformer. I gotta know, man. What do you think about this? Talk to me.
I dwelled on that.
If you had to pick this game, talk to me.
If I had to put this game together, right? I'm trying to think of. Okay, we're talking 1992. So we got Prime Jordan. That's one. That's the ace in the hole. All right, we're talking about the ace in the hole. Prime Michael Jordan. All right. What's the other players on that team? We got Larry Bird into his career. I think that was his last season, right?
Yeah.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Right? By just HIV Magic. We ain't talking about, Prime, been in the game for a while.
Yeah, but
like
still,
we're talking
still
year
super
off
healthy though, right? He's
still
only
healthy,
1 year,
relatively.
He's only at that point. He's only a year and a half removed from number 2 in the MVP voting. So
year and a half removed.
He's still great.
Okay, let's name who else. Who we got? David Robinson.
You know what? I got you. Hang on. Let's do this.
Please.
I got you. What up, Mike?
Because I'm trying to think off the dome. And
I got you. Anybody who's here in the chat, if you haven't already, please go ahead, click that like and subscribe on the YouTube on the page. I appreciate you. helps us get the show out to more people. All right, so here we go. Here,
photo. There we go.
There you go. Here's your lineup. So Patrick Ewing, Magic Johnson, David Robinson, Christian Laettner, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley would be the MVP the following season. Michael Jordan coming off second championship and I believe MVP. Larry Bird, end of his rope. Chris Mullin, right in the middle of, not in the middle, but having the fourth of 5 consecutive 25-point per game seasons at this point. Scottie Pippen, all NBA defense and one of the best all-around players in the league. John Stockton, second or third best point guard in the history of the game, whoever you ask. At this time, Clyde Drexler, the guy who many thought was 1A to Michael Jordan until that final series against against Portland. So this team was loaded. This team had wing scorers, explosiveness, wing defenders, dominant low post defenders, dominant low post scorers, and they had shooting because Stockton could shoot, Chris Mullin could shoot. And at that point, like, remember, there's only 5 guys on the floor at a given time. That's all you need.
True. Okay. My take will be.
Yes.
My take will be.
Your take will be. Don't say anything dumb.
Dream team 4 out of 3. 4 out of the 7. All right. Okay. I have it a little closer, and this is my reason why, right?
All right, let me hear.
It's all going to depend on 2024's ability to shoot from 3. All right. I think that plays a huge role because we got to look at the timing of who we got on the floor in 2024 versus who we got on the floor in 1992. 1992, they're not used to. I get it. Everybody says wing defenders. It's a difference between being a wing defender in 1992 and a wing defender in 2024. In 2024, your wing defense starts at 25 feet. Wing defense in 1992, it starts at 18 feet because nobody's shooting from beyond that arc like that. All right. Hear me out.
Oh, no, I'm saying that's a good point. I'm not disagreeing.
So in today's game, who all can shoot on 2024? We got Steph Curry, we got KD, we got Devin Booker.
Okay.
We got keep me going. We got LeBron James decent. He's decent enough to knock it down from 3.
I got you.
We got Drew Holiday, who's decent from 3. We have AE. I'm sorry, I forgot he was even on the team for a second. AE, he can shoot from 3. So far, Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton have been non-factors in the Olympics, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but they can't shoot from 3.
That is what that is.
So it is what it is. But these guys can all shoot relatively better than all of 1992's dream team from the 3-point line. So to me, if they're hot like Serbia was hot today, then you're going to catch them on a good game. If KD's lighting it up from 3, Steph Curry's lighting it up from 3, these guys got to come out and check them. Now we're talking about expanding the floor defensively for 1992. They got to come out and check that. On the other hand, 1992 can beat you from the old way. Post.
Yes.
I'm putting you in the post. I mean, who do you got to guard me down there? Embiid, he's not going to be able to guard Duncan Robinson and all those guys driving to the basket. Charles Barkley, who's in there just monstering everybody. Charles Barkley was 6'5", 6'6", and he's playing like he's 7 foot. You know what I mean? So he's playing like he's 7 foot. So I think that way in a 7-game series, 1992 can get the best out of them because you're just wearing them down in 7 games. We're not talking about one game where if the 2024 team was hot, they could beat 1992 team because they're hot. They're shooting well from 3. They're shooting 40% from 3. 2024 team is winning it.
So
I think they're winning it.
I don't have any objection to that. All that makes sense, right? But remember what Draymond said. He says 5 out of 7 games. I don't know why he'd say 5 out of 7. A 7-game series is over in 4, but nobody accused Draymond of being a smart guy. But anyway, no, in all seriousness though, I believe that the dream team wins this thing 4-2. I don't think it gets to 7 games. 1, because Michael Jordan does not allow 7 games in championship series. He just doesn't. But in all seriousness, people forget the type of elite perimeter defenders, not just wing defenders, but perimeter defenders that Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were. Those guys were hawks and they were nasty and they never got tired, right? And so I say this to say, let's go back to the 2024 team roster. So yeah, we got a lot of guys that can shoot, but if you're looking at Steve Kerr's lineups, like how many of those guys are on the floor shooting threes all at the same time, right? If you have, let's say, Devin Booker and Steph Curry, a light-skinned backcourt, if you have those two guys on the floor at the same time. What is Steph Curry getting off against Michael Jordan? What is Devin Booker getting off against Scottie Pippen? Nada, nothing, right?
I
Your
don't think
advantage.
neither. I don't think neither one of them are guarding Steph Curry. I think you're putting Jordan on LeBron.
No,
I mean, you're putting Pippen.
absolutely.
I'm sorry, you're gonna put Pippen on LeBron. You're gonna put Pippen on LeBron because LeBron's playing the three.
So what I would try to do is let Malone or Barkley get physical with LeBron. I think that's what I try to do. Now, Barkley is not an elite defender, but he's physical, right? So,
but from the perimeter though, because Braun is going to start from the perimeter at this point. He's not starting off in the post.
That's a good point. So I guess let's look at that again. So yeah. Scotty would be the matchup then. So
yeah,
you got Scotty
I would
on
definitely
LeBron
have to put Scotty on
and Jordan on. Ooh, yeah. Scotty on LeBron. Yeah, that's fine. But you know what? If you do that, your whole offense gets messed up because LeBron would not be able to deal with Scottie Pippen. He would not. Scottie Pippen's length and defensive tenacity. LeBron is not a shooter. And LeBron also, if you notice, for somebody who's been handling the ball so much for his entire career, his ball handling is not great, right? We saw him with a terrible carry today. He looked like Barry Sanders out there. Anyway,
he was fouled, man.
He was not fouled,
man. Did we not see the man fouled? The man was literally, he threw the ball hard on the ground because he got bumped. He's like, bro, come on, man. You can't do that.
Oh, so it's not that serious. Makes a great point. Hold on. Let me put this back up.
First of all, let's stop right here. Pause.
Yes.
Chat. If y'all don't tell Bruce to go live on Facebook, I'm taking some money out of his pension.
I put it up.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I put it up.
Okay, you did. All right, chat. Resume, Bruce. My apologies. 7 minutes ago. Okay, go ahead.
I did, man. You told me to put it up. I put it up, man. I appreciate you. All right. The Celtics swept the KD Nets playing 90s defense. The 92 team would stifle today's team. Now, that's a great point, right? We talk about how much of a nuclear weapon Kevin Durant is, and he is a nuclear weapon in today's game. But we saw him 3 years ago in the playoffs against the Boston Celtics, and they completely locked him up. Remember when Ime Udoka was the head coach of the Celtics, and he designed that scheme, and he was throwing bodies at KD from everywhere. He couldn't see where it was coming from. And they absolutely stifled him. He only had one good game in that entire series, and that was game 4 on the way out of a sweep. Like, if a guy that talented offensively couldn't deal with today's with that defense, which was only reminiscent of the 90s defense, nah, man, this 2024 team is not beating them.
But I mean, you can't do that when you have players like Steph Curry, Devin Booker, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis or Joel Embiid on the floor. You can't stifle them like that.
So here's the other thing, right? Would you agree with me in saying Chuck Daly is one of the best defensive coaches of all time?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Without a doubt.
Chuck Daly was the head coach of the Dream Team, so you got him, right? You're telling me he can't scheme up something if you have, I'm going to give an example of, let's say you got Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, John Stockton, that's 4. And who's the 5? Karl Malone on the floor. You telling me he can't scheme up defense with that?
I'm going to say no. And hear me out. Because of what I stated earlier. We've seen him create defenses on an 18-foot or shorter half court. We never saw him create defenses from 25 feet. I think that's a huger key that we're missing, is that the fact that you got to check these guys at 25 feet. The moment Steph Curry walks past half court, somebody got to guard him. So that now opens up the floor defensively, because now Scottie Pippen is chasing these backdoor screens, all this running around, all this movement, because the floor is so spaced out. We're looking at the 92 perspective when the half court was a whole lot shorter.
Well, yes and no. And the reason I disagree with that, Scottie was used to chasing those guys, right? Scottie Pippen had to guard Glenn Rice. Scottie Pippen had to, at times, guard Mitch Richmond. At times, Scottie Pippen had to guard Reggie Miller. You think he wasn't chasing those guys all over the place? Running into 4 and 5 picks
for 7 games?
We're talking about big power forward picks. We're not talking about these skinny guys today, right? Yeah. We're talking about running into the Davis brothers and Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason. Like, we're talking about running into real picks back in the day. And so, if he could deal with that, I think he could chase these guys around today. And so when you look at that, and then the other thing is, right, yes, you have to guard Steph Curry pretty much as soon as he crosses half court. But how often do we see Steph get pressed like press defensively, 3/4 court, sometimes full court. We don't, right? And so I say that to say the reason I bring that up, if Steph Curry would get pressed more often from more of the court, he wouldn't have the same legs come fourth quarter to be able to make all these bomb threes, right? And so when you get defended like that and you get the hand check, and I don't know if we're playing this game considering hand checking rules, I don't know.
I don't think is hand checking allowed in the Olympics back then?
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, at this point, we're playing Olympic rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know, I say that to say, and this is no disrespect to the 24 team. I'm sure it feels like I'm disrespecting them. I just feel like you got a problem there. And then
4-2 isn't disrespectful.
Even if on top of that you can control the 3-point shooting, right? Then what happens? These guys are going to get into a situation where they have to go bombs away because they're going to be afraid to attack the rim because you've got either Karl Malone back there waiting to put the elbow drop on somebody when they come in the paint, or you have Patrick Ewing or David Robinson back there ready to send out anything that comes in the paint because what? FIBA rules, no 3-second defensive, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's another huge key for FIBA rules. The fact that 1992 got those bigs. What's the rule on rebounding?
What's that? No rebounds, no rings?
No. If it hits the rim, you can tip it off of the rim. You can take it off the rim. Right. So I think that's a huge factor when you talk about the interior guys, man. You got 2, 3, 7-footers 92. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say I lean more towards 1992 because of that aspect. Right. You could be efficient from the inside.
Some of these guys playing, and man, it was just crazy. And I know, look at this now. This is Larry Bird can't play. Oh yeah, okay, right. Wow. So you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But anything you want to add before we go ahead and open? All right, so sorry about the low res film there.
Wait, you were I thought that was you talking, man.
That was actually me. I cut that from the episode I did on Colin Cowherd. I didn't think I included the sound on that.
I'm responding to you and everything.
My bad. But the point I'm trying to make is I think it's key to acknowledge, like we said, man, having those bigs.
Yeah.
The Team USA is not going to be able to get. Whoa. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I just saw something here. Steelers, 49ers verbally agree on Brandon Ayuk deal. Okay. This might be done by tomorrow. All right. Dang, that's going to be a topic for Saturday night. Man.
Oh, you dropping Woes bombs live on the chat, man. Hit that like and subscribe button, share it, man.
I just saw that pop up, man. Yeah, yo, this is crazy, man. The sports world is heating up, isn't it? It's giving us a lot.
Oh, yes, it is. Tis the season of great news. And
it is. I love it. Curtis Zier found an old head community, 92 Dream Team not beating this team. All right, Curtis, first of all, man, I really appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much, man. It's not a function of old head. It's a function of look at the basketball and look at the key things that allow you to have success in basketball. One, no rebounds, no rings, right? If you don't rebound, you're not going to win championships. We saw today Serbia damn near beat the United States. They out-rebounded them. You saw they got to just about every rebound, right? And so I'm not going to say that the 92 team would dominate the rebounds, but I think they would win the rebounding battle because even the guards from 92 were used to rebounding, right? The guards now on this team, they're not used to rebounding. Is Derek White really going to rebound? Is Steph Curry really going to rebound? I think he had 8 rebounds today.
You know what? Shockingly, Steph Curry does get in there and get his rebounds. I will say that about him. Somehow,
I think a lot of that is following his shot. I think a lot of that is follow your shot. But I mean, regardless. But yeah, the point is, so you have the better interior defense on the 92 team. You have the better rebounding on the 92 team. You have the better interior scoring on the 92 team, and you have elite perimeter defense on the 92 team. Now, I think the 2024 team does get hot a couple times, just like you said, Transformer. And as a result of that, I think they get 2 wins in a series here, but they lose 4 times. They are not beating the Dream Team 4 times. They're just not. Yeah. And that's taking into account that Larry Bird wasn't the same Larry Bird. Because the question is, who on that team? Now we talked about who's defending the 2024 team. Who's defending Michael Jordan? I'll wait.
He's not on the court.
Okay, cool. Even when he's not on court. So let me look at this roster again. Okay, so when Michael Jordan's not on the court, who's defending Clyde Drexler? We know guys today don't defend. Who's keeping Drex from getting to the rim? Drex will jump over you and put you in the rim.
Literally.
You're old enough to remember that, Transformer.
Oh no,
Right?
absolutely.
Right.
Clyde the Glide. Come on, Clyde the
Exactly.
Glide Drexler. I mean, it's in his name. Yeah.
Right. Chris Mullin could shoot the rock. Chris Mullin could pass the rock. John Stockton is one of the greatest passers ever. Magic is one of the greatest passers ever. Right. We know that Patrick Ewing and David Robinson could both score in the post and in the mid range. Like they can spread the floor. These guys can run real offense, not just high pick and roll, but real offense. Like, what are you going to do with them? And again, they have one of the best coaches of all time. So what are you going to do with them defensively? I don't understand this. It's not disrespectful, or it's not, what is it? Old head revival or whatever you want to call it, to say that I don't believe that the 2024 team can beat these guys in the 7-game series. Your thoughts?
No, I mean, you're right, man. I mean, if you look at it from a size perspective, and what we say is always predicated on winning. If you have the size and the skill, you're going to win these games. You know what I mean? You're going to win these games. You got Charles Barkley, who's playing like a 7-footer. You got 2 7-footers. Michael Jordan is what, 6'6"? Clyde is the same height, 6'6". So these guys all play bigger than what they are. Scottie Pippen is what, 6'8", 6'9"? He's guarding in the post. Like Karl Malone, 6'9", 6'10". He's guarding in the post. Like these guys are big, heavyweight guys. They're all like, from the 3 on out, they all weighing 230 plus. You know what I mean? So these are some big guys that you're gonna have to bang with, and to bang with those guys in 7 games, you're relying on the 3-bar. You rely on the 3-ball. You know what I mean? And if you don't,
can you rely on the 3-ball to get you 4 out of 7 games against this team?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
There you go. And you know what? It's not that serious, man. I'm telling you, stop hacking my computer, stop reading my mind. You're getting on my nerves, brother. No, but in all seriousness, I was going to bring this up because when you have those guys defending the rim and a guy like Karl Malone, who is not going to let LeBron get anywhere near the paint, first of all, LeBron, he's not going to know what to do because he's been pretty much the biggest, strongest guy throughout most of his career. Now he's dealing with, he's a locomotive that's going to run into the side of a mountain when he gets to the rim and Patrick Ewing is there or D-Rob is there.
Now, I does think that puts them guys in more foul trouble. I would say that. Because those guys are more hackers as defenders in the post. Like, if you look at it back, I mean, if we're playing today, in today's game, and the way they blow the whistle for Jokic, they blowing that whistle like crazy for LeBron against those guys. Because those guys, you got to think, they're putting hands up. Those hands are coming down. So
you think the hands are coming down?
They're defending like this. Go back and look at a lot of film. These guys are more hacking down. Nowadays, you got to be more stand up. You know what I mean?
A lot of it is sending it out. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. They're going to be trying to do that a lot, and I think that's going to result to a lot more foul trouble. I do see the likes of David Robinson and them will be in foul trouble a whole lot sooner than expected because. I mean, that's going to be the only way Bron can literally go down there and like get his numbers. Like he's going to have to bang with those guys and get those foul calls. So, but at the same time, like, are you going to want to do that 7 games?
Right.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and you got to think about it. We're talking about 39-year-old Bron. We're talking about 39-year-old Bron. He's not doing it.
We could be talking about 29-year-old Bron. He's not built for that mentally. We know that.
I think he'll do that at 32.
No, man, he's not mentally built to take that physicality. We've seen this dude, man. I ain't even gonna get into it, but he's not built for it to take that physicality. He's not that guy. Edward Jackson, I'm absolutely taking the 92 Dream Team to beat the 2024 team. Absolutely. Nino, great point. What's up, Nino? Good to see you, man. Great point. LeBron actually can shoot better than Magic. I hate to admit that, but it's true.
Yeah, he does.
Is he better than Magic in my estimation? No, but he can shoot better than Magic. So there's that. But I think you look at a guy like Stockton, who's another shooter when he's on the floor. So that spreads the floor a little bit more for the Dream Team. And also you look at a guy like
Magic. He shoots it a lot, though. He's not going to shoot it.
No. But if he gets the look, he'll knock it down. Yeah, also, if you look at a guy like Magic, obviously Magic is the greatest passer of all time, right? So Magic can, Magic can squeeze a watermelon through a keyhole. So you know that he can deliver that thing, on point from wherever he is on the floor. So not only do you necessarily have to think about guys getting the tough shots, Magic could get so many guys the easy shots, right? And think about this too, right? So you can dominate the glass with a Karl Malone, with a Patrick Ewing, with a David Robinson, a Charles Barkley. All these guys are dominant rebounders. What is it? So now you got those guys that are dominant rebounders. As soon as they get it, they give the rock up to Magic, and that's probably an outlet for 2 points on the other end. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Or that's immediately into the fast break. And these guys, Magic hadn't played for a year and a half, but it's not like he was half dead or something like that. Magic was still out there balling. So
I mean, he was still like, I mean, you can arguably say you would give him a month. I mean, he's right back in there. Like, okay,
absolutely,
we're catching good old Mike. I mean, good
Correct.
old Mike. We're catching good old Magic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Now, I would make a sidebar right here.
Yeah,
imagine Magic in today's game.
I think Magic would be such a problem in today's game with all these wide open lanes and the way he can pass, how the game is so fast and up and down. Man. Oh, Magic would love that.
Oh man, I mean, we can see glimpses of it. I mean, and I will say glimpses of it, LeBron, because that's the only comparison we can make from size to passing.
But let's not be disrespectful.
But let's not be disrespectful. Magic will average 15 assists a year.
Yeah, he would. It would
on a break. Oh, catch you in the corner for the three.
Absolutely. No, it would be absolutely absurd what Magic Johnson would do in today's game, man. He was as good as it got.
Mike Braun is the leading scorer right now, but we're not going to talk about that. Well, we got the next segment. We'll talk about it. We're not going to bring it up right now, though. He is the leading scorer, but we'll continue.
Is he leading scorer all time? Well, I guess there's no question
this team right here.
Okay. Is he leading scorer to this team?
Yep.
Okay. I know obviously he's the leading scorer in the history of professional basketball, which we got to give kudos for that. I'm not going to get into no. I mean, the facts are the facts. I'm not going to get into how it's no question that the rules have been changed to make it easier.
Guys, give me a second. I'm about to mark a line on my board because this is like one of the only times that he makes a great comment. All right, that was beautiful. Man, Rod, Chad, you guys just witnessed history. I want you guys to mark it on your calendars.
See, this is how I know you don't be listening, Transformer, because I have said it before. I've said it numerous times, man. I get his dude his props for that. That said, it would be disingenuous of me also not to mention that Stu Jackson, former vice president of operations for the NBA, is on wax as early as 2004 saying that they changed the rules to make it easier for the offense. But,
stop
it.
Mike, that's KD. I think KD is all time, brother. KD is all time.
KD is all time in the Olympics.
Yeah, all time in the Olympics, yes.
Mm-hmm.
KD is all time.
Right. And LeBron is all time period in history of professional basketball. So, which again is crazy. All right, where were we? So so it looks like you and I actually agree on this one, right?
Yeah, you gave him one less game. I gave it 4-3. I do see. I mean, I'm not going to discount our superstars of today's game because that's I mean that's who I grew up on watching. I didn't grow up watching in '92. I was 2 years old, so I didn't see those guys play. So I can't say. I can go by footage, numbers, and things like that. So I do like to dive deep into my history, Pauls. But 2024, I mean, I'm witnessing the difference of style of play. These guys play from the perimeter. You know what I mean? Back then, you played from inside out. Today's game is outside. Did you see that play, the fast break? And it pissed me off royally. The old school of me kicked in. Drew Holiday passed open a wide open layup.
To kick out for a
Steph
three?
Curry for three. And I'm like, what are you doing? We're down 12, sir. We're not up 12.
That's how they're trained to play today. That's how they're trained to play. They're taught that 3 is always better than 2. But I was taught that the closest shot to the basket is the highest percentage.
You were him. I think it was Devin Booker on the cut. I'm like,
okay,
pass it to Devin. He right there. Get the layup, get the 2 points, get back on defense. Why don't we kicking it? Granted, Steph Curry was hot as God knows what from 3. But no, let's get what we got. We get the 2 points. Good. And let's go play defense, guys. That man, if it was a lose game, I was going to look back at that play. I was honestly going to look back at that play. Like, Drew, you literally gave up a wide open layup to cut it down and to give it to Curry from 3. That didn't make sense, man. That didn't make sense. But go ahead.
Edward Jackson, I can't agree with you on that. I can't. I think you're right. The world has gotten a lot closer to
Oh,
us.
absolutely. We have never, back in 1992, I want you to fact check me on this one. The only NBA player that was worth mentioning was Tony Kukoc.
Well, he wasn't even in the NBA yet in '92. That's why I remember he at the time Tony Kukoc was
More to
still
my
in
point.
Europe and he was still dominating. But there were a number of players on that Croatia team that would end up being in the NBA. Dino Raja,
Yeah.
Drazen Petrovic.
Sabonis was on one of the teams as well.
Sabonis was on
but he didn't get
Lithuania.
in there next year.
And he hadn't gotten here yet. He was on Lithuania. But yes, Edward Jackson, I do agree that the foreign players they are much closer in terms. Well, they're much closer to the competition they face, and that's because so many of them play in the NBA. Real quick, let me interject here. C22 in the chat. Really appreciate everybody who's watching and listening. Please make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel on the YouTube page. Appreciate that. All that stuff helps YouTube algorithm to catch the show and get it out to more people. All right, back to the show. The world has definitely caught up. And a big part of that is because of the Dream Team. Like, I was watching some Dream Team footage today, and there was literally, I can't remember what the other team was. There was a guy sitting on the sideline, and he had his camera, and he was taking pictures as the Dream Team was playing against the squad that he was on. So, the world is so much smaller today.
I will give more credit. I mean, even though I agree with your take, Kobe Bryant. Because Kobe Bryant was very international. He's more international than people think that he is.
Oh, yeah.
But if you go to China, Croatia, Siberia, dumb guys love him because he can speak their language.
Yes.
It's a difference when you can speak my language. Like, I think Luka Doncic said he was playing in a game and he heard somebody talking in Slovenian. And he was like, who was that?
Yeah.
Turn around and it's Kobe talking smack to me in Slovenian. And he's like,
I think Kobe taught himself some Slovenian because, was it Vucevic?
Vucevic was Slovenian.
Right.
And so that's the thing about it. Like, he was more international. And I think when he won the international, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong.
Fluent Italian.
And he can talk their language. So they gravitate, like, international players, like, dang it, like, okay, the NBA players do care about us. Like, they're speaking our language. The best player on the court is speaking our language. Like, I think that's a huge moment for them that I don't think gets the credit that it's deserved.
Yeah. So, all of these guys have played their part and done their role to bring international basketball to a place where the gap is so much smaller between the United States and the rest of the world. So yeah, Edward, you're 100% right.
And then think about it, like in today's NBA, top 3 players for MVP. 2 of them, actually all 3 of them are foreign.
Yes,
because Embiid is foreign. He's supposed to play for France, but he's playing for the US.
Cameroon. Right.
Or Cameroon. Yeah, he's supposed to play for either one of those guys, but he chose to play for the US.
Correct.
Jokic, your MVP is Serbian. You know what I mean? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is Canadian. So these guys are all foreign. And you got to think the number 1 pick over the last couple of years have been from France.
And if we want to think realistically about, the top 10 players in the league, 5 of these guys, to your point, are overseas, whether it's Shai Gilgeous or whether it's Luka or whether it's Jokic or whether it's Embiid or whether it's Giannis,
France.
Greece.
Greece, there you go. I almost said German.
No, you're good. And now we see Luka on the way. He's French. Not Luka, I'm sorry. Wemby, you mentioned Wemby.
Wembyana,
way. He's French, so the international influence is exactly what the late great David Stern wanted, and that was part of his whole thing in terms of putting the Dream Team together and sending these guys over there, not just to reclaim the basketball universe for the United States of America, but also to spread the game and to open those international coffers and let that money start flowing in from overseas.
Precisely.
Right. So, you look at that, man, and you see, I believe China is the biggest consumer in the world of NBA basketball. You know what I'm saying? A big part of that is Yao Ming, and of course you have American players who go over there and they play in the CBA. Steph Marbury's a legend over there. Jimmer Fredette's a legend over there. So yeah, the world has gotten so much smaller. That was the reason why I stated that. What you got, Edward? U.S. Olympic team can take the night. But see, we're not talking about the international. What we're talking about are these NBA players and what they can do. Because if you notice what Transformer and I did, we broke down the game from a standpoint of 92 Dream Team versus today's Dream Team. And I don't believe that their international opposition has anything to do with who would win that game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, bro, because that's my brother. Bro, I mean, you're looking at it from the 92 Dream Team used to blow out plumbers and electrical man and stuff like that from overseas. And you're thinking about it today's game because today's foreign players are definitely top, like 10 times better than what they played in 1992. But at the same time, you got to break it down by player and scheme of play, scheme of defense, scheme of offense versus what Team USA from today's game is going to do. From an outside shooting perspective, that's truly all we got. That's truly all we got. I mean, the movement, the ball play, and stuff like that. From the interior standpoint, the three is better than the two, but if your three ain't falling, we're knocking down way more twos from the inside out.
That's right.
We're killing you guys. So I think if you can control the boards, you win the game. If you can't shoot from three and we control the boards, you're gonna get blown out. You know what I mean? So I do respect that part. Yeah.
No rebounds, no rings. Pat Riley said that years ago. All right, y'all.
Unless you're the Golden State Warriors. I mean, them boys know how to just don't rebound at all and just shoot the lights out.
That's right.
Those guys are different.
What we want to do here, we want to go ahead and open up the phone lines and go ahead and discuss this. But before we do that, we only got 8 likes in the chat. Please make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. It's free. It's not that hard to do. Just go ahead on YouTube right here. Hit the little thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, subscribe to it. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up the phone lines because I would love to hear some calls and get you guys' thoughts on where we are in terms of Team USA 2024 and versus the Dream Team, man. There you go, Nino. Appreciate you. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all.
Man, hit that like button, guys. I'm seeing 29 people in the chat that's live right now. 29 people. Shout out you guys. But I should be seeing 29 likes.
Right.
Okay. If you're tuned in, you don't have to like the content. You don't have to like what we're saying.
Right.
But man, just show love. Show love and support, man. It goes a long way. It's free. We appreciate it more than you guys think we know. You know what I mean? So, it's definitely a huge boost to us, man. Truly.
Definitely. All right. Let's go ahead and let's open up the phone lines. The number is scrolling on the bottom of your screen, but I'm gonna tell you what it is anyway. The number is 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. See, I'm gonna do it like Big Red one more time. 904-219-8264. All right, y'all. Come on, man. Go ahead. Give us a call because we definitely love your interaction in the chat, but we also want to hear from you on the line. So
absolutely,
let's get it, man. Let's hear from you before we go ahead and move to the next topic, the main event of the night.
Hey, big shout out to the one and only Chris Brown, the real Chris Brown, man. I see you in the chat. That's my guy. That's my brother, man. I love you, man. Big shout out to CB, the real CB. You hear me? Okay, let's go.
What's up, McCoy? Thanks for the comment. I don't think I've seen you before, man. If you haven't already, man, hit that like and subscribe to the channel. Definitely appreciate your comment. For those born millennials, you can't compare Dream Team 92, and now it's way too far. 92 is the greatest team of USA. Honestly, I believe that is the greatest sports team ever assembled, at least in the history of North American professional team sports, I would say. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's take this call.
Yeah, man. I mean, the part
what's
of me
going on, Mike, what's good? Thank you for calling the Format Podcast, brother. What you got?
What's going on, man? Hey,
hello.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Oh, my bad. There we go. What's up, Mike?
I hear you loud and clear, boy. You loud.
What's up, bro? Hey,
what's happening?
I got to disagree with y'all, man.
Okay.
24 teams is gonna handle the business out there, man. I got to disagree with y'all.
That's cool.
Give me your take.
Go ahead, tell me why.
It's too much power out there, man. Like them folks gonna run them folks crazy, man. Them folks gonna catch a headache trying to chase these boys, man. Y'all know that, man.
So wait a minute.
Teams,
let me ask you something, Mike. So you saying they're going to catch a headache trying to chase them? Are you talking about in the half court? Are you talking about in the open court? Talk to me. How do you think that? What do you think that the 2024 Team USA would do to have success against the Dream Team?
Like bruh said, you can't wait till these folks get to the 3-point line. But you gotta come up. You got at half court. You gotta go. You gotta hold step. So he gonna shoot. Come on, man. Y'all know this, man. They gonna have them problems with them folks. It's not gonna be easy. Then that little highlight you showed, that just told me why that 2014 gonna do them bad, man.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I hear you. I hear you on that. But like I said, man, it's only so much, Mike, that you can rely on the 3 ball, right? You know what I mean? I mean, hands down, 2024 team is worlds beyond the better shooters than 1992. But if we look at games like today against Serbia, where we just wasn't knocking down our shots,
and we're gonna get to that.
1992 would have ran away with that game because they would have beat us from the inside out. You know what I mean? Granted, the 3 is better than the 2, but if your 2s are just at more volume than what we're knocking down, you're gonna win that game. And like I said, the FIBA rules that the 2 7-footers, they can tip, like they can grab the rebound the moment it touches the rim. You don't have to wait for the ball to come away from the rim. It could literally be on the rim. They snatching it off, passing it to Magic, and Magic is going the other way. So
they can also,
that's
the ball is rolling around on the rim. The shot blockers can also take the ball off the rim.
You can take it off the rim,
rebound or whether it's blocking it.
Yeah, so I think that's a huge piece, man. That's a huge piece.
Listen, bro. Listen, I give 92. You know what I'm saying? All they respect and everything. You feel me? But
he from Memphis.
Man, listen, with back then when them folks were playing overseas, who was good as Jokic back then?
So
nobody.
So you no, hold on. You're not.
Come on, man.
Wait. Hold on. Stop. Hold on. I hear what you're saying, and Jokic is outstanding today. However, what y'all are not realizing, and this is real talk, is that Tony Kukoc was Luka Doncic before Luka Doncic over there. That's what Tony Kukoc was. He was by far the best international player in the world, best player in Europe. He was that guy, right? That's why Jerry Krause went and got him, and that's why Mike and Scotty were so adamant about locking him up to show, hey, you're not just going to come over here and have it that way. Because Tony Kukoc was killing in the Euro League. He was that dude, and a lot of people forget that.
Kukoc was that guy.
Back then, what international player was even in MVP ranking? I mean, I'm just asking, man.
None. But I don't think that's not what we're saying, though, Mike. I mean, that's not what we're saying. We're saying, like, we're not talking about 1992. They were blowing their teams out by 30. That's a different story. We're not talking about the difference in what the 2024 team is playing against today's competition as far as international. We're talking literally these. If you put these 2 teams in a vacuum, they're in their own box, play for play, player for player, scheme for scheme. Who's going to be better? I don't care about what they did against the international competition.
That doesn't have anything to do with it. Right.
That's not the factor. You know what I mean? We're talking about, what is 1992 going to do against 2024 from the inside out? What is 2024 going to do from the outside in? Because that's how the game is played. They shoot from I literally laid it down. I laid down the path for you. Drew Holiday on a fast break with Devin Booker cutting to the basket. Decided to stop, turn around, pass it to the 3 so Steph Curry can shoot it.
This is
Magic Johnson is passing that to Clyde or Mike, whoever cutting to get that
the rim down.
Bringing the rim down. Get the points is what I'm saying. We're a little too flashy. If you look at the way we play Serbia today, we're a little too flashy for our own good, especially if the shot isn't falling. When the shot's falling, absolutely get flashy. But when it comes, we're neck and neck. Stop being flashy. You can't be flashy against 1992 because those are true defenders. And when it's their turn to get the ball, they can literally play from the inside out and literally get a bucket versus, now we got to try to get a bucket if that makes sense. Them boys are going to go get a bucket. Everybody on that team can drive to the basket or already in the paint. And like you said, FIBA rules, David Robinson and Patrick Ewing can literally sit in the post.
Yes.
They can sit there.
No 3-second defense rule.
There's no 3-second rule. So that's tough for our team, man. It's too much size.
Let me tell you, as you mentioned,
but
size.
They still got to come out defend because even if the look guys, our bigs can shoot threes. That's what I'm saying. So
but look,
to come out And once they come out, LeBron's driving in all day.
Okay,
That's all day.
but that makes sense in theory. But if you've been watching these games, the bigs aren't shooting threes like that. The bigs aren't really out there. They're more so in the mid range, and they're more so taking advantage of the fact that even though this team is not as big physically as the Dream Team, they're still bigger than most of the international teams they're playing. Right now, they're not going to be bigger than France, so we may see a differentiator in the way that they play that game coming up in the championship round. But the fact is, and this is the crazy part, I was just thinking about it as you were talking. I think the best matchup on this entire Dream Team versus Team USA 2024, the best one-on-one matchup is David Robinson and Anthony Davis. I really do. I think that's the best one-on-one matchup. I think that's a really good one.
I promise you, Chad, me and Bruce are not commenting to each other. We're not testing each other. I was literally about to state, we truly only have one big, and that's Embiid. AD is not a big. No, I love AD. He's not a big. He's a 4. Bam is not a big. He's a 4. Right. So we truly only have one big.
And by the way,
AD banging up against David Robinson, pause, because that deserves the pause.
Of course.
When you're banging bodies and you got to throw it back against them, like Charles Barkley say. When you're banging like that, AD is not going to take that all game. He doesn't take it now.
And I tell you what, you mentioned Bam. Bam wants nothing with Karl Malone and them boys.
No.
Bam would be a total non-factor against the Dream Team.
Bam don't like AD because AD is getting the post. AD don't like folks bigger than him.
I feel the old squad. I tell you, they physical, they real physical, but that's gonna hurt them though, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, they gonna get fouled out, bro. Them folks gonna
get fouled out.
Gonna be so many fouls, and they gonna get fouled out. Then who they got to come in after this?
Well,
they got another big.
You're not playing Patrick Ewing and David Robinson at the same time. You're not. No, so that's a non-issue, right? Yeah.
So when you're talking 40 minutes of basketball, they can wear out 10 fouls.
You're not fouling out both of those guys. You're not. That's not happening.
Oh no.
Nah.
Oh no, they're gonna run circles around them folks, man. They're gonna have to be chasing. They're gonna have to chase because they're gonna have to be chasing Steph everywhere.
Yeah, but see, first of all, why do people act like chasing Steph is some monumental task? And let me be more clear in why I'm saying that. As if the Dream Team never had to chase Reggie Miller. As if the Dream Team never had to chase Glenn Rice, Steve Smith, Del Curry, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, all these guys. This is not the first generation that had guys who move without the basketball. We got to stop acting like this is the first generation that did anything. Okay, we got to stop.
Neither one of them shooting at the volume as Steph Curry.
No, because they weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if me and my homeboy were talking about this just today or yesterday? Imagine if Glenn Rice and Reggie Miller and these guys, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, the original Steph, were allowed to shoot 10 threes a game. Were allowed to miss their first 5 threes or their first 8 threes and then come out in the second half and shoot 10 more. Like, imagine that. But that's not how the game was played. You weren't allowed to do that. Not because you couldn't, because you weren't allowed to.
But I think we're also missing the point. We're also missing the point. Go ahead.
We'll draw something up for these guys, man. It'll be. I think Steve Kerr is a great coach as well, and he gonna have something set up for these boys, man. So
and I think I think we could say the same thing and say that Chuck Daly, one of the greatest defensive coaches of all time, would draw something up and have something set up for these boys. So I totally get and I respect that you think it's 2024. I think it's the Dream Team. But we'll have to leave it there, man. I appreciate you.
But I do want to add this little tidbit right here. Mike, we're not talking about one game.
Right.
We're talking about a series of 7.
Correct. Because that's what Draymond.
So the thing is, you trying to chase around Steph Curry. Them boys got to bang with them boys for 7 games.
That's right.
That's tough on today's league, man.
Can you imagine?
These boys can't even last one series with like
imagine John
today's guys.
Stockton consistently running Steph Curry into 1-4 pick and rolls with Karl Malone. That's what these guys lived on. Steph Curry would die.
They invented it.
And that's no disrespect to Steph.
That's their thing. The pick and roll is
the P&R. Yes, they dominated with the P&R for years.
Yeah.
Yes.
They couldn't win a championship against Jordan, but
I feel you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I feel y'all. You feel me? I just can't.
And that's cool. I respect that.
With 92. So you know what I'm saying? So to be honest with you, I just can't see these folks doing Depot bad. I just can't.
I respect that. We can agree to this.
What's your game total? What's your game total, Mike?
I say, man, listen. I say I ain't gonna say they gonna blow them out. That's definitely why I ain't saying they gonna blow them out. They defense too, you know what I'm saying? They defense too hard, but you know, I just get 24 the edge, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what the score gonna be, but you know,
no. And a 7-game series, because that's the debate. 7-game series.
Yeah, 7-game series, because that's what Draymond had brought up originally.
I said 4-3. Okay, so that's not bad. I mean, 1 game the other way. We're not too far off. We're not far off at all. Right. That's just a game difference.
Yeah, 25. I give them 4-3. I ain't gonna just say I ain't saying they're gonna sweep them.
Nah. Nobody getting. I don't think neither team is getting swept.
Yeah, I got Dream Team 4-2. That's what I think.
They definitely 4-3. You know, it's gonna go to game 6.
I like that. I like that.
You gonna pull it out because LeBron still is the all-time scorer, bro. Like you gotta get that man his respect, bro. So you think he gonna just go? You know what I mean? Just let him do whatever. Come on, man.
I mean, but that's why I gave USA 2024 3 games because of that factor. I mean, we saw LeBron when them folks got down. We literally saw when LeBron turned on that switch. Like, okay, cool. I either need to get a bucket, play some defense, or something hard to like get this team going. Pause and kind of like change the momentum of the game. Like I saw that a couple of times a day when it was just like, okay, we went down 15. Bron comes down, knocked down to 3. Okay, good. We go down 12. Bron comes down with a big time steal to turn into a transition bucket. Like, you know, I saw that in him, but we also talking about 39-year-old LeBron versus a prime MJ. We're talking prime MJ in those guys in the post, man. I think that's just going to be what's tough for him. I'm not looking at it from a LeBron and his prime perspective. That's not the question. I'm looking at it from a 39 turning 40-year-old LeBron. He's not going to be slashing and dicing in the paint like that, man. He's not.
But he still, at this age right now, he's still giving you 20 plus.
Not in the Olympics. We're talking about the Olympics.
What was his what he scored today? He had triple double, didn't
he? Yeah, he
had 16, 12, and 10. Or 11? Is it 11?
Yeah. Okay. Which was an incredible game, by the way.
He's the only other one.
I say player KD, so I don't really see nobody stopping him.
Nobody stopping who?
He might get KD.
Stop. Okay. All right. So listen, Mike. Mike, let me.
He love that. Hey, he love that, man. Hey, he love. Hey, my brother loves KD, bro. He loves KD,
and that's cool. That's cool.
KD is stopping dude. Bro.
Okay, but let me stop you and tell you why you're dead wrong on that. Okay, let me stop you and tell you why you're dead wrong. 3 years ago, KD is playing for the Brooklyn Nets, right? He plays against the Boston Celtics in the first series of the playoffs. Boston Celtics coached by Ime Udoka. And the Celtics smoked the Nets 4-0. And Kevin Durant had the worst playoff series of his career. And he got just a little taste of the type of defense they played in the 90s and had no idea what to do. So let's not start this foolishness.
We can't make that comparison, Bruce.
No, I'm talking about the playoffs. I'm talking about a playoff series.
I'm talking about the USA.
Right,
he didn't have who he got.
No, but what
let KD have who he got on the team right now. Would that be the same situation?
It's not. It's not, Bruce. It's not.
No. But what Mike said is that they wouldn't have anything to do with KD. And what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying, and I've been saying this for years. You put a prime Scottie Pippen, that 1992 Scottie Pippen, on Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant still plays well, but he is not going to be the nuclear weapon that he has been throughout his career.
So who he I asked you this though. Who he played against that was like KD?
Who played against that was like KD? Scotty?
Got it. Who he played like KD right now? I'm talking about who did he play against? A 7-footer shooting the ball anywhere on the court. Who he played against like that?
Nobody.
But KD is 1-on-1.
I can't say what he gonna, you know what I'm saying, what he gonna do.
Well, listen, I'm no Scottie Pippen fan, but it's clear that Scottie Pippen is one of the best wing defenders, one of the best perimeter defenders of all time, right?
But I'm not gonna say he's gonna lock down KD like that.
I didn't say he was gonna lock him down. I never said that. What I said is he's gonna make it a lot tougher on him, and KD at that point is not going to be the nuclear weapon that we expect KD and have grown to see KD being.
True.
That's what I'm saying. Is he going to lock him up?
I don't like when you throw your green team up there in Boston, the Boston Celtics or Boston Celtics, something, whatever. You can't draw that comparison because you can't draw that comparison because one, their focus is KD. In the Olympics, the focus won't be KD. KD's gonna get off because you can't cover him the whole game.
That's an outstanding point. But the main no, that's a good point, Mike, and transform. I'll give you that. But the only reason that I bring up what the Celtics did is because I was touching on the fact that when KD has to deal with physicality, he doesn't look like the same player. That's more of the reason that I bring up the Celtics.
I agree with that.
But to your point, that's outstanding.
But they gonna foul out though. They gonna foul out for sure. If they doing all this, they gonna foul out because he gonna make them foul every time.
I don't know about all that, but Mike, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the call. We could go back and forth on this all night, man.
Hey, love you, bro.
Talking to you, brother.
Hey, I'm tuned in, man. I'm gonna wait on the next subject, man. I'm tuned in.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for calling, fam.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else wants to call in and give their thoughts about this topic?
I really took up all the time.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. I didn't expect that one to be that live, man, but that was good. That was a great call by Mike.
Man,
clearly
he's a lot, man.
Yeah. Clearly he's a fan of modern day basketball, and I respect that. But
he loves KD. My brother loves KD.
Yeah, I'm real iffy on KD. Here's a man, Nino. Let's get it.
Oh, Mississippi about to walk in, huh?
Nino!
Man, what's going on?
What's good, brother? What's good?
Y'all know I'm going my Memphis partner, man. He told y'all what's going on. Listen. Now listen now. It's gonna be close, but I'll say this. I like to get this comparison. I'm gonna see if y'all think this is a good comparison. Do y'all think the one of the baddest defenses was what Temple 2 from Buccaneers and what the 85 Bears, they ran the 4-6 defense, right?
Yes.
Do y'all think they could run that 4-6 defense against the spread offense that y'all see today?
You know what?
I believe football, man. You can't do that.
I get where Nino's going with this. I believe they could.
I do.
Because their whole thing was predicated on two things, right? Yes, they could. Two things: stopping the run and getting after the quarterback, right? The whole thing.
They ain't running no more.
Hold on, but you missed the second part that I said. Stopping the quarterback, getting after the quarterback, right? Buddy Ryan's whole defensive philosophy was always send one more than they can block, right? Exactly. And obviously he was a master in sending that one more from places that was always unexpected, right? Now, obviously, a lot of teams run some variation of the 46. I think it's called the Bear defense now. Teams run variations of that. And, offensive coordinators have had time over the years to come up with ways to scheme against it. That said, I'm sure that if Buddy Ryan was playing today, coaching today, he would find a way to coach against those adjustments that were made. Now, I'm not saying that if the Bears 46 defense was played today, it would be as effective as it was then, right? It was new back then. It was something that people hadn't seen. And of course, you had all-time great players on it. But I think that it would be effective, not all-time great, 11, 12 points per game throughout an entire season effective. Also because much like the NBA, the NFL doesn't want teams playing dominating defense anymore. I get your point.
Okay.
I get your point. Go ahead, man.
I ain't even had to say nothing. Okay. See, that's why I like this show. This is a honest show.
I appreciate you, man.
Now, see, we go straight from that to the spread offense that they playing in basketball. And I'm saying that it's going to be close, but I'm going to give it to the 2014 because if they get out shooting threes, you're not coming back.
That's true.
With no 2 point and all that.
I agree.
If the old team get up, the new team do have a chance to come back with the three. But we seen three ball today. The three ball is dangerous. It might be more dangerous than we think it is. Because anybody can shoot. If you're a good shooter, you get space and you get hot. Anybody can shoot.
Right. And believe it or not, I think because the FIBA line is even shorter, we saw that most of the guys on the Dream Team shot very well from three, even Magic, who is not known as a 3-point shooter, shot well from 3. Obviously, Chris Mullin, I think, is about 38% from 3 from his career.
I want to say he was one of the best ones.
Yeah, he shot well. Obviously, Bird, even though he didn't shoot a lot, he shot well. Michael Jordan shot well from 3. So all these guys, they shot well from 3 because that FIBA line is shorter. So I wouldn't think that would be too much.
From 3.
Say again?
Jordan didn't shoot well from 3.
During that Olympic run, did he not?
No.
Are you looking at it now?
I will, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, let's check that out. I thought he did.
Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, cool. But yeah, in general, the point is, yeah, my bad, Nino. Go ahead, man.
Oh, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say that I totally get you on the 3-point shot and today's players, but I don't think they're gonna get it the same way that they're getting it now. I'll
take that back. He did shoot pretty good in the Olympics. Yeah, he did.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was. So I just think that, man, the way these guys the way these guys defended was also going to make it a lot tougher. So, there's that.
Right. Now, one of y'all said something is why I get the edge to 2020 to 24. One of y'all said that it's not that players didn't have skills, because I know like just playing in the yard, playing at the park, old man come out there, he might have played center. He was 6'4". We went to a small school, but he got a stupid shot.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So one of y'all said they would not be allowed to play the way that, if he might come out see AD shooting the ball, and Patrick Ewing might be like, hold up. But I don't feel like it's all hypothetical, right?
Right.
I don't feel like we could say that just because we dropped the old Dream Team in there, they got the knowledge. If you drop them in, I think people are saying if you drop them in there, they got to play the same way they played back in the day. Yeah, they had the skills, but now they ain't just going to start jacking up threes because they see the youngsters jack up threes.
No, because they didn't know how to shoot them.
Yeah, they don't need to do that. They're going to go right back to their bread and butter, which is getting the points on the inside and defending.
Yeah, now if you give the knowledge to both players, like you put the old players and give them the tough play, or you put the knowledge in there. Like somebody say MJ couldn't shoot, they're just foolish.
Right.
I'm a Bron fan now, but I'm a basketball fan.
Facts.
So if you give both teams the knowledge, I say it goes 7. But based on just the lack of wasn't allowed to do, like you said, wasn't allowed to do, I'm gonna give the edge to the new team.
Okay.
Now everybody know the X factor. I don't know who's gonna hold MJ. I don't know who's gonna hold
nobody.
Hold either though. I don't know who's gonna hold Durant.
I think Scotty is. I think Scotty is the matchup on Kevin Durant. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Scotty
great matchup.
Hold Jordan though, don't he? Who's gonna hold Jordan?
No, Scottie Pippen got to guard Durant.
Scottie Pippen got to guard Durant.
Who's gonna hold Bron?
Jordan can guard him.
I would.
At this point, you're not really worried about Steph Curry because you're just trying to lock down AD. You're trying to lock down LeBron, and your paint is already secured. AD and them boys ain't getting off on.
And think about this: LeBron is not going to back down Michael Jordan from beyond the 3-point line. And if he tries to put it on the floor, he's not a good enough ball handler for hawking Jordan. Jordan will take that from him. So that actually is not as bad a matchup as it sounds like. Michael Jordan is going to make LeBron give up the ball much sooner than he wants to, and that's going to disrupt the whole 20.
Again, we are talking about prime Michael Jordan. We're not talking about old Michael Jordan. We're talking about prime Michael Jordan versus old LeBron.
Jordan still 6'6", bro. I'm talking about bumping and grinding down there. Put Bron in the post with MJ.
No, but here's the thing, right? Is LeBron really? So here's my thing, right? I'm Chuck Daly. I'm saying, okay, cool. And y'all know from listening to the show, I'm not big on switching matchups. However, as soon as that happens, LeBron want to take Mike into the post? No problem. We do a quick switch, get Karl Malone on that. Let's see how strong LeBron really is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you can't do that in today's. Who can you leave for them .2? However long it takes. What player can you leave out there on the court that you can do? Now I seen that because I went back and watched the old finals. Okay. That's how they played Jordan because it was the illegal defense. They act like they was gonna double team them, but they had to
get back to theirs. Yeah.
But then until they mean. Nobody's gonna play DJ like that.
I do hate when we do schemes like that, because now we're predicating off of Jordan and Pippen being the only guys. We have to be mindful that we're talking about 5 elite best of the best guys on the floor.
That's right.
So like certain schemes, like we're thinking about things in a series like Bulls versus Blazers and stuff like that. We can't think like that because those schemes are predicated for, okay, we got Jordan and Pippen we got to worry about. On the Olympic team, we got Jordan, Pippen, Ewing. We got multiple other factors to worry about. So that scheme is not going to work.
Right.
So we can't put those schemes into play.
That's right. And even to Nino's point, okay, let's say that we're concerned about somebody being left open for a minute, so we don't switch and we don't put Malone. And now LeBron gives up the ball and then he establishes position on Michael Jordan in the post and he goes to get it back. Cool. Immediately, boom. Now we send a hard double with David Robinson, or we send a hard double with Patrick Ewing. So you got Mike in there reaching to knock the ball out, and you got David Robinson or Patrick Ewing getting their hands up and disrupting LeBron's vision so that he has more difficulty. Not saying he couldn't pass out of that, because we know he's a great passer, but he has more difficulty in doing so, right? It makes it harder for him to find that cutter or find that open shooter, right? Again, the way these guys play defense and the size that they can bring to you, that's a totally different thing that LeBron has never had to deal with. And I think it would make it so much harder for them. Again, the 2024 team, in my estimation, wins 2 games. I don't think they get any more than that.
I want to give y'all this fact real quick, right? The 1992 team only had 2 players under 200 pounds. Michael Jordan and John Stockton.
That's crazy. I didn't even realize.
2 players.
Wow.
The next biggest player was at 210. Oh, I take it. Yeah, 210. That was Scottie Pippen. So we're talking about size, weight. We're talking like, granted, guys, I don't want you guys to think this is like a 1-of-1. We're talking 7-game series because Draymond Green said 5 out of 7, which doesn't make sense because 4 out of 7 wins you the entire thing.
Right.
But 5 out of 7. We're talking about best out of 7. You're talking about 2 players on the entire 1992 team that was under 200 pounds. Under 200 pounds. So you got to play those guys 7 games with all the banging, the pushing, the tossing, the turning. That's rough on guys like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, who are not used to that type of pressure.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what benefits 1992. We're not talking about like, okay, guys, you guys can shoot it great in game 1, game 2, game 3. Okay. But now the end of game 3, when your legs are just worn out, you're just tired of just banging constantly. That's when 1992 has the bigger advantage. Not only do they have the advantage as far as size, the rules benefit 1992. The rules of the FIBA rules. I can grab this ball right off the rim, pass it to Magic, he's gone. Clyde and Jordan, them guys are flying. Those guys are flying. So I think at that point, you literally wearing down. We're talking about Devin Booker, Derek White, Drew Holiday. Those are literally 1s and 2s trying to guard Jordan. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to work. At that point, you got to take those guys off the floor.
No, because he gonna be played. Jordan's gonna be played a lot different than he ever was played in the 90s, though. Nobody is
who's gonna guard him.
Nobody's never letting him. It's not gonna be a what I'm trying to say, a 1-on-1. Okay, it's like.
Oh, if that's okay, if it's not a 1-on-1, Jordan finna get 30.
He's not. We not finna. Jordan not. I'm saying Jordan not finna be playing 1-on-1 like. He gonna post up. We gonna watch him. Nobody played Kobe like that. Nobody played Bron like that. Nobody's letting Jordan get the ball, post up Devin Booker. That's not gonna happen. Now, when he pass it out and they hit their shot, okay. But Jordan we're not finna let Jordan play with Devin Booker all game like that.
Okay, look at the lineup. Look at our favorite lineup that we like to run. We like to run Steph Curry and Devin Booker at the 1 and 2. All right, you tell me size-wise, they're gonna match up against Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan at the 1 and 2. It's not fair.
Yeah, that's problematic.
It's not fair, dude. We're talking 6'8" and 6'6" versus what? Steph Curry 6'2", Devin Booker 6'4".
6'3". Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. The size just don't match up.
I think at the end of the day, man, the physics are the difference.
Now we gotta talk about the running that the style of play that can do, the up tempo. That's gonna hurt Karl Malone now. Now Jordan.
It's not. Wait. That is not going to hurt. That's not going to hurt Karl Malone. Karl Malone, if you remember, Karl Malone used to really run the football. Yeah, Accurate one, man. You know what? Thank you for your feedback. Listen, I don't know who that is, but you know what? Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, man. I respect that you disagree, and I respectfully disagree with you. But hey, thank you for checking in. Thank you for your comment, man. Just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on the way out.
Devin Booker 6'6".
Now, MJ. Now, see, that's what we got extreme people. That's why I hate doing this. Because MJ still MJ. We ain't let MJ play with Devin Booker, man. But what I'm saying is, he not gonna play one. He not. If you go look at the games how they was played.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a one-on-one for isolation, but when Jordan did his post-up mid-range, he was a killer. There wasn't nobody right beside this man. Like, okay, somebody in the comments said they would tag off LeBron and make him shoot. You think they're going to hold, knowing what they know today, you think they're going to be all up on Magic? No. We're going to hold Jordan. Now, if Magic hit them 3-pointers, okay.
But the thing is, the question is, who is? Okay, guys, go watch 2024 play. Look at their lineups, right? The first 1 and 2 are smaller point guards and shooting guards. You either got Steph Curry or AE. Steph Curry, Devin Booker. Devin Booker is the taller out of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's going to be the problem offensively. Who's Steph Curry going to guard? Like on a defensive scheme, who's going to guard Magic Johnson? Because now you got Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, or
Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, or David Robinson. That's tough.
That's hard, bro. That's going to be
really tough
to guard all 5 players when you got
Steph Curry,
AE on the floor.
If you're Steve Kerr, Steph Curry can't be on the floor at that point. He's got to be on the floor when Stockton's in the lineup.
He has to be. That's the only time
he can't be on the floor in that big lineup you just named. That's true.
Too big. Now, granted, Steph Curry can shoot the rock crazy, but Magic Johnson can also defend.
Yeah,
and he's 6'8".
Name that 5 again.
Okay, Magic Johnson. That's your one.
My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Magic Johnson. That's your one. You got Steph Curry. So we're talking 6'3" versus 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
We're talking Devin Booker, who's listed at 6'6". We're talking Anthony Edwards, who's listed at 6'4". Jordan is 6'6". So that's and Jordan is Jordan.
Anthony Edwards 6'6", ain't Anthony Edwards 6'6".
No, he's 6'4".
He's 6. Anthony Edwards that can jump like this, like it ain't.
You jump like he's 6'6", but he's 6'4".
He's not that tall. That's what a lot of people forget. Anthony Edwards is not that tall.
He's not. No, he's not.
So you got to guard Jordan. And granted, AE is a young player. We're talking prime Jordan. We're not talking 87, 88 Jordan. We're talking prime championship Michael Jordan with AE guarding him or Devin Booker guarding him. You see where I'm going?
I'm putting Devin Booker on Jordan, and we going to show all games. Come now, I gotta find y'all weak league shooter. Keep naming who. We might have to let Scottie beat us, man.
Scottie Pippen at the 3. Scottie Pippen at the 3. LeBron James at the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like it, man. We might have to let Scottie beat us. Hey, y'all.
All right, so let's move on to the 4. You got either because Charles Barkley was the starter. Charles Barkley is your 4. Or Karl Malone.
Right. Or Karl Malone.
Either one. So now that's KD. That's your 4.
Oh, we winning the game. We're gonna win the game right there. Charles Barkley, KD.
Oh, but KD gonna guard Charles Barkley
every day.
So I think what happens is more. I think the better lineup for you, Nino, is Steph is not in that first lineup because that causes problems. And you put LeBron at no. You put LeBron at the 1 because it's a better matchup dealing with Magic
Johnson. Yeah.
Right. There you go.
And at this point, you got to put Tatum in the game.
Right. Then you have
Tatum
Jordan and Booker. Do you want Tatum in the game trying to deal with Scottie Pippen? I don't think that's a good look. And
you got to do something.
And I'm a Celtics guy, but I don't think you want Tatum trying to deal with Scottie Pippen. I don't think that's a good look at all.
Now, granted, I don't think Jason Tatum fits 2024's Olympic team. I don't think so because the way they're running the game, you already got a Jason Tatum on the floor. That's LeBron James. Jason Tatum is kind of obsolete. When he gets in the game, he's literally doing nothing when it comes to his minutes on the floor. And I think that's where they're like, okay, we're just going to give it to Bron. Bron's going to do his thing. However, against the 1992 team, you're going to have to play Jason Tatum. You got to play him. You got to play him because of his size advantage and the other things that he can do.
Yeah, I think you have to find some time for him, but man, that's a tough matchup. I think you put Tatum on the floor when Chris Mullin's on the floor. I think that's the better matchup. Yeah. You don't put him out there when Scottie Pippen is there.
Even when the older bird is in the game now.
I'm worried about Anthony Edwards. Did y'all see the game today? Anthony Edwards he didn't like he wanted no plus.
But they didn't need Anthony Edwards to be that guy today because Steph went off. Steph had the 36 today. So
when Steph and them went out, that's when they went on that big run. And they were throwing Bron them with nobody with no excuses. They were throwing the ball over there to Anthony Edwards. I didn't see that in him. I didn't see that in his eyes, man.
No, I think
because I mean he was
going into today. Wasn't Anthony Edwards leading the team in scoring going into today?
I don't think so. It was still Bron.
I thought he was okay. Then he was right up there with him. If it was Bron, Anthony Edwards was right there with him.
Yeah, it was still Bron.
I'm just talking about today. I'm talking about today. I didn't see what I normally see when they was down. And I said, man, you see what if Steve Kerr come out with KD? I don't know what. We got to get KD off the bench. KD against Charles Barkley. Why we going to win the game right there?
The reason
the disrespect for Charles is crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. But look, Nino,
who Charles is.
No doubt. But look, Nino, man, I appreciate the call, man. We got to move on to the next topic, man.
I mean, we went on this for an hour. That's
we didn't even get to the main event yet. We about to get to that though. I have no fear.
And we have to pick up this segment another time, bro.
Right.
This one was live, man. Chat, man, y'all blowing it up, man. Shout out to the chat. You guys are blowing it up, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate the love. But we got to move on, man. We're going to be talking about this all night.
That's a fact. All right. Oh, man, that was great. Let's go ahead and do it, man. I'm gonna let you kick off with it. Go ahead, brother.
All right, man. Team USA played Serbia today. All right. I know everybody was panicking. We were down 12. We were then 17. Down 15. We were then down 17.
Yes, sir.
But then guess what? There was 3 guys that was on that floor that just knew.
That's true.
We turned it on.
That's true.
It's over.
That's true.
And we can name the 3 players, the old men, the
Tell
squad.
Them who they were. Tell them
Kevin
who they were.
Durant.
Tell them who it is.
Stephen the Chef Curry.
Tell them who it is.
Slim Reaper. Let me correct. I'm sorry, KD.
There you go.
Slim Reaper.
Tell them who it is.
Chef the Chef Curry. Look, what do you call him? Captain America. Captain America, LeBron James. They brought it home with a little bit of the process to bring him in. I promise you, I was in a group chat. My guys for life. We was in a group chat and we was talking about this. And I was like, yo, they need to put Embiid in the game. This is not the game for AD. AD struggles against Jokic. Jokic struggles against Embiid. You put Embiid in the game. The moment they put him in the game,
let him go to work.
Jokic was a non-factor. I'm not gonna say a non-factor. That's a little bit of a stretch.
Right.
Jokic was not the factor that he was normally. He was not, and we showed that. You know, we finally showed that. The old guys got it done, man. The old heads got it done. They put pedal to the metal. Steph Curry kept them in the game all throughout the game. You want to look at the closeout. LeBron James with a triple-double. You saw every bit of the triple-double was worth it. KD finally got off in the second half, knocking down big shots, timely shots in the mid-range, timely shot from the corner for the 3 that was called with a foul. I think AD got fouled at that point, so we got another bucket. It was veteran basketball looking at the moment, and they were like, look here, we're trying to get the gold medal. We're not about to go out like this. This is our last rodeo. Let's close this one out. And you saw the best of the best show up in that last quarter. You definitely saw the best of the best.
Yeah, and so I'm watching this game and I'm going crazy, and I'm already creating the thumbnail like I can't believe this, and I'm like, oh boy, I said, I think I texted it to you in the chat.
You did.
Man, I said, man, listen,
that boy had it on standby.
Man, if Team USA lose this game, I am going HAM. I'm going ham. It was going to be because, we get so many arguments, but we were just talking about the Dream Team versus Team 2024. And man, even if you go to the Redeem Team, man, Kobe and Mike would have never allowed this to happen. There's no way that this game should have been that close. There's no way at any point, as talented as Team USA is, that they should have been down by 17, right? Now, it's one thing if you say, okay, the game is close, the world is closing the gap. But at what point should Serbia be up by 17 points against Team USA? That is absurd. That is absurd.
Shooting 50% from three will get it done.
It will get it done, but that first they shouldn't be getting all them open looks, right?
I mean,
they shouldn't be getting all them open
looks. It was a lot of gambling, but I thought we was in Vegas.
But see,
we was in Vegas the way we was gambling.
So this is what happens when you want to switch everything instead of really playing defense the way we were taught, right?
I agree. Go ahead.
Yes, if you just right. So when you get screened off, right?
Yes.
As the original defender, you fight through the screen. The help defender hedges and shows on the ball handler so that they're gonna hedge and they're gonna show on the ball handler until the original defender can get back to him, at which point the help defender goes back to theirs. And we saw this time and time again when you and I were younger, but all of a sudden we get to this business of wanting to switch everything. Switching everything on the screen is stupid because it allows guys to get into mismatches. If you don't switch, the opposing team cannot hunt the mismatch. I don't understand this premise of switching everything. I don't think it's smart basketball. I don't.
And it was what kept them in, like, after we went on that run, when Embiid got in the game, the mismatch that they kept exposing was the pick and roll. They kept switching Embiid, putting Embiid on a guard. Embiid wasn't even fighting the screen. I'm like, yo, stay on Jokic. That's your job.
Right.
Your job is to bother Jokic.
Because Jokic is just he's gonna go take advantage of that mismatch, or he's gonna roll right to the rim and catch that drop pass for a layup. Yeah,
it was just horrible deep. And granted, I'm like Steve Kerr, pass the board over to Spo, because at this point, man, Spo, throw up the defense and tell Embiid to guard Jokic. Your job is Jokic.
Because Jokic cannot, as good as Jokic is, he can't deal with Embiid, and we know this from the NBA. As good as Jokic is, that's his kryptonite, is trying to deal with Embiid. That's right. That's right,
man. That was the biggest mismatch of the game. The moment Embiid got in the game, I believe this was the middle of the third quarter or top of the third quarter. When I was like, yo, we have to get Embiid in this game. AD is not going to guard Jokic all the way. It's not going to happen. We've seen it in the last two playoff series with the Lakers versus Denver Nuggets. AD can't do nothing with Jokic. Sorry, that's just the way it is. But the problem is, Jokic cannot deal with true bigs. He cannot deal with true bigs. Dwight Howard back in the 2020 conference finals when we played. What was the problem? Dwight Howard was bothering him, so he can't get around him. These old whoop-de-doo just throwing the ball up at the rim, they don't fall. You know what I mean? Embiid gets in the game. Embiid instantly in the game, as soon as he checks in, and Jokic misses a shot, Embiid comes down, gets the bucket. Embiid versus a turnover, comes back, pass, block, Embiid gets that dunk in the and one. It was instant. Jokic cannot guard a big. He doesn't like being bothered with bigs, true bigs in the game. So I think that was the biggest turn in the game. When Embiid got in there, I just didn't like how we kind of kept Serbia in the mix. Because they kept switching. And I'm like, Embiid, why are you switching? Don't switch, bro. Block that guard off and trail Jokic. If you got to trail Jokic, put your hand up. They're going to lob it to him. Jokic, Embiid, you're 7 foot.
Yeah.
Put your hand up.
Yes.
And the ball is not going to get to him, man. I was literally losing my voice. I'm surprised I'm able to do this podcast tonight because I was losing my voice screaming at the TV that was happening over and over and over.
No,
man. It was insane.
I'm totally with you.
But take it away, bro.
Yeah, let me interject here real quick. Edward Jackson, you had a question for me. You want to know how I felt about JT not playing? I didn't feel any kind of way. I'm watching this game, and it didn't even occur to me because I think Transformers said it earlier that he just doesn't appear to be a fit with this team for whatever reason. And that's fine if he doesn't play, because I think that as skilled as he is and as talented as he is, he seems to wilt when he's around all these other alphas. Like there's something missing from him mentally. Now, that said, and I've said this too, I talked to my other guy, G, who's normally on here with us, and we were talking about this, and I told him, I said, I think that Tatum and Mr. Brown are both going to have a nasty, nasty season next year. One, because they're champions. They've kind of crossed over that bridge and realized now they know what it takes. Two, I think they both feel like they've been disrespected and snubbed, and they're going to need to show the world the type of basketball players they are. And I think they are both going to go off next season. But as for your question, how I felt about JT not playing, I didn't feel anything. I didn't even notice, because I'm watching this game and I'm thinking, is the unthinkable about to happen? Is Serbia about to upset the mighty, mighty United States? And then I'm thinking, what type of content is that going to create for us if Serbia wins this game? Real talk. Now, can you
chat, listen.
Tell him, bro.
Bruce had the thumbnail ready. He sent me the text the moment the buzzer was hitting 0. It said 0, 0, 0. He sent me a text. Hey, man, boy, I had this on standby. MJ and Kobe would never.
They wouldn't allow that. And real talk, I'm thinking, man, if Serbia wins this game, this is going to be incredible. Now, imagine you're listening to this show and we sitting here talking about all this. Imagine how different this would have sounded if Serbia had escaped with that win. Oh, boy, y'all have no idea what it would have been. And look,
Serbia came out to play a great game, guys, and USA did what they could.
Right.
That's all I got, guys. All right.
Right.
They were who we thought they were and walked out.
Right.
That's all I would have said.
And let me tell you, I would have been laughing. I would have been happy, and I would have had fun with it. And I am a United States Army veteran saying this.
Horrible. Hey, somebody call his command. One of y'all in the chat, y'all served with him. He was rooting for Serbia, guys. All right. He was rooting for Serbia. In the chat, journalist. Call his command.
Bro, I'm a journalist. I root for interesting.
No,
I root for interesting.
At the end of the day, no, I'm not going to do this, right? 16 years naval sailor, okay? We are not going to do this, sir. You serve for the United States Army.
I did.
Like I don't know my fraternities real well, but that's like a Q going around pledging himself as an alpha. Like, man, the alpha should have won, man. I didn't like that Q that's on the game. No, we don't do that, sir. Your team is the USA. USA. You listen for them.
Listen,
I don't care who on the team.
I was rooting for a great story, man, and that would have made an incredible freaking story if Serbia had pulled off that win. I mean, think about it. Look at the story that it made, and they damn near and they lost. Look at the story that it made, and they lost. So imagine if they'd won, man. I think that would have been crazy. So yeah, I definitely was I definitely was rooting for Serbia because I thought it would have been wild. And as a journalist, a lot of times you look for the wild story instead of just chalk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I definitely feel you. So yeah. But yeah, back to the game, man. Once I saw the U.S. kind of make that run, and I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, the fix is in, because I started seeing them getting some funny calls. Like what was the one call where KD hit that 3 and got knocked down? AD rolled into KD's legs, and they called the foul on Jokic. That's why Jokic is looking like, what? And so that foul ended up leading to an extra possession on which I believe the United States knocked down a 3. I don't know if it was Booker or Steph. It might have been Steph. The U.S. ends up knocking down another 3, and we know about Big Mo. We talk about Big Mo momentum all the time, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not going to do this with you tonight. Okay?
Talk to me.
I'm not going to do this with you.
Talk to me.
The foul wasn't on for KD.
Uh-huh.
The foul was for AD.
Uh-huh.
tried to run through AD to get to KD.
I didn't see it that way.
Did you not see the play with AD got his hands up like, yo, and Jokic literally ran through AD to try to get to KD. AD just so happened to roll into KD. That's why they call it a team foul. It wasn't a shooting foul. It was a team foul. Come on, Bruce.
You see that? You see that on the screen right there,
bro?
You see that on the screen right
there? The whole game.
That don't sound funny to you?
But was he not getting some ridiculous calls?
I didn't see it that way.
Literally, you heard Dwayne Wade say it, bro. All Jokic got to do is just throw his body repeatedly.
I did hear him say that. I did hear him say that.
He's getting the call. That's all Jokic doing. He's just literally backing up. Like,
well, I mean, but that's we've seen bigs back guys down forever, right?
We have, but throwing elbows and then you bitching about. I mean,
well, look, remember, I got
the call.
No, well, remember the one where he tried to drop step on Embiid, but he got called for hooking him. Like, that was fair, that was a fair call.
He does that all game because he got a call for him hooking AD, and AD was like, "Yo, he has my arm. That's the James Harden trick that he learned. He has my arm.
That is the James Harden trick.
If he's driving to the basket, he hits a spin. When he literally spins, hooks my arm, and he has the other ball in his hand. Can't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? So."
No, that's definitely the Harden trick. I'm not mad at that. But yeah, I saw some fishy stuff. Then, of course, we saw LeBron do his best Barry Sanders impression during the game. Literally had the ball up on his bicep.
You got the clip? Tell me you got the clip.
I didn't cut the clip, man. I didn't cut the clip. I didn't cut the clip, man.
Chat.
I didn't.
He has an agenda.
You know exactly the play I'm talking. I don't have an agenda.
No, I know exactly. You talking about the play where he had the ball in his left hand?
Yeah, that's
coming down on the fast break. Yep. He got bumped the first time that's when he threw the ball down. Right? You're trying to call it traveled in, and then he got fouled again. That's when they finally blew the whistle on the second guy.
I'm talking about when he grabbed it and took a few steps with it and then started dribbling again. I'm like, what the hell? What's he doing? Yeah, that's
on that same play?
Huh?
That was
the same play. Yeah, at one point, LeBron literally had the ball in his arm. The ball was on his bicep, took 3 or 4 steps, then started dribbling again. No call. And I think he got an and one on it, too. I'm like, the fix is in.
That's a different play because this foul was called before he even took the shot out.
Okay, so no.
Yeah, this is probably a different call.
So, and I think me and G was watching the game, and I was like, G, you see that? Yeah, man, crazy, man. So I'm like, come on, man.
Chad, you know what, though? Listen, hold on. James plays for the USA.
Can I say this?
He's literally looking for LeBron to mess up.
No. Can I say this? Real talk. That was some BS, that particular call. But I gotta say, man, this a high shooting percentage triple double. When they needed it most, that was a heck of a freaking game by LeBron. I'm not going to front. 50% from 3. Was it 66% from the field?
Get my marker. Where's my marker?
12 rebounds, 10 assists, only 2 turnovers, 16 points.
God. My God.
And some key baskets down the stretch.
Oh my God. Hold on, guys.
What, man?
Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. Wait a minute. That's 2 times in a set. Guys.
Transform.
Oh my God.
Transform. I'm a journalist, bro. I'm a journalist. And you know what's the hallmark of journalism?
Somebody go play the lotto.
Objectivity, brother. Oh, man, you gonna stop this. You gonna stop this.
I'm proud of you.
Man, I give respect where it's due,
Bruce, bring it in.
You go
bring
stop
it in.
Man, we not doing those cyber hugs out here, man.
Bring it in. I mean, chat, he got it. He doing it. Lord.
Oh man. No, but I tell you what though. Also, from a television standpoint, an entertainment standpoint, that really was a tremendous game to watch today. And as much as I was looking for, like I said, looking for the upset because it makes a better story, I also, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, at some point, the athleticism and the ability to defend at a high level, force turnovers, and make shots tough is going to come into the fore for the United States. And then we saw it because, like, when they made the run, they started scoring again. Then you saw how the defense really changed, right? You saw Kevin Durant in the crouch. You even saw Steph Curry picking up 3/4 court. Like, when was the last time you saw that? You know what I'm saying? He's never going to be Gary Payton.
No.
But guess what? We saw the effort level change.
Yeah.
And speaking of that,
I think that's when Spo kicked in.
Yeah,
was like, hey,
yeah.
y'all know what to do.
Y'all better
Go out there and do it.
Yeah, Bam, you better tell him. Right. And to that point also, I was kind of curious about the fact that throughout this tournament thus far, we hadn't really seen Steph get off, which I really thought was weird, especially given the fact that his head coach is the coach of this team. So I thought they would be running an offense that would kind of be Steph friendly, right? Not necessarily having everything based around Steph, but Steph friendly, Steph knowing what Steve Kerr likes to do. But guess what? It occurred to me, and now you might take one of my points away. LeBron has to play a certain way. When LeBron gets the ball, he has to play the LeBron offense, the LeBron offense, right? He has to play that way. So that takes away from what everyone else can do in terms of what their specialties are. Now, Kevin Durant is so good offensively that you can drop him in anything.
Any spot.
And for the most part, he's going to be able to get off and get his, right? And so that's why you see him generally not affected by whatever offense is being run wherever he is. But Steph has been struggling, but then you saw him finally go off today. And that, I think, is kind of what people were talking about when we were discussing the Dream Team versus 2024 in terms of when you have great shooters, you can only keep them down for but so long, right? And so eventually you knew Steph had to explode, and he had the big game probably when his team needed it most. He finishes with 36. What is that? What was his? He hit 7 threes tonight?
I think it was 7 or 8. I think it was.
No, he hit 9 threes. 9 out of 14. 9 threes.
Christ.
You know, and he hit some big ones too. You know. And so,
14 stats.
Yeah. So, respect due for Steph Curry.
Move the bar at the bottom of the screen. I want to see Serbia's total.
Okay.
I want to say they shot like 49. It dropped because of the fourth quarter. Yeah. They were shooting 50% before that.
They were raining. They were raining it.
But when that defense came in, Bogdanovic couldn't hit nothing else.
Right. I think he hit one towards the end, but they did a really good job slowing that down. Like I said, once they started scoring again, man. Yes, Nino, I did see Bron take Jokic in the fourth, but let's not act like LeBron was locking him up. Stop it.
I want to agree with you, Nino, but
I don't know why
wasn't locking him up. They just didn't they didn't swing the ball his way when it became a mismatch, and that's when I was more upset on Embiid not taking those switches, because it's like, bro, you're in the game to guard Jokic. You're not in the game to be able to switch.
Right.
No, bro. Block off that screen. Chase I almost said chase Embiid down. Chase Jokic down, hands up, because Jokic with that funny style type of play. He's gonna get it, do some little loop the loop or whatever.
Right.
Block that. That's where you want Embiid at, man. Because it was plenty of times where I'm looking at Serbia, I'm like, Jokic got the mismatch. Just pass him the ball. What are y'all doing? Why is Bogdanovic at the 3-point line dribbling? Jokic, he got Devin Booker on him in the post. Jokic gonna kill that kid, man.
I gotta say something else I was thinking about that I really don't like. That's kind of disturbing to me is Embiid. Even though he has the ability to hit the three, I think so often he bails out opposing defenses by settling for threes or long jump shots because.
But he does shoot at a nice clip, though.
Yeah. But I think Embiid could have probably fouled Jokic out today if he'd have made a concerted effort to go to the block and attack him and make him defend.
I'm done. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I say it all the time. There's no reason.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I know he had 4 fouls at the 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter, 8-minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So you mean tell me now at one of those times we said A and B, hey, get on the block, bro.
Get on the block. Get on the block and go to work. Get on that block. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I've been so frustrated.
I got texting from my guy Riley, multiple guys who was texting me. They was like, "Don't Jokic got 4 fouls?" I'm like, "Yeah, he does." They just give the ball to Embiid in the post. And now, granted, Embiid was knocking these down, and I was proud of him. He was taking that 15-footer, and he was wetting it every time. But granted, I'm like, if you put Jokic out of the game at the 7-minute mark, we're blowing him out by 10.
Yeah.
We're beating him by 10 because at that point, you lost your anchor man. You know what I mean? So it was a lot to be pissed off about. But granted, it made it that much more exciting when we finally got
that much more exciting.
It made it much more exciting. Yeah.
All right. So US escapes narrowly with the victory. Was it 95-91? Yeah. And that was tough. That was tough. So United States now, obviously, they make it to the final with hopes for gold still intact, and they will take on France. And I think they beat France, but I'll tell
they're
you
gonna blow. I think they're gonna blow those guys out.
I don't think they're gonna blow them out. France has a big front line, and I think that could give a little bit of problems. But now you might think it's gonna become
what USA just went through. They're like, hey man, look,
wake up call. We can't.
I'm not playing no more games. And you got Braun, Steph, and KD that's in their locker room. Like, yo, y'all know this is it, right? Y'all know our legacy is on the line, right?
Yeah.
If y'all fuck up, y'all mess up, you're on the bench.
Yeah.
You're going.
LeBron in the locker room, like, man, somebody sent me something called the Format Podcast, man. Talk about Mike and Kobe would never. Man, we need to go ahead and finish this job. I can't have this dude out here talking.
I can't have Bruce out here talking that cash transform. I know you're finna talk good about me, but dang, I gotta give you some ammunition, brother.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, LBJ. Love you.
Hey, remember that huddle that he had at the end of the game after they won when he was talking to everybody, pulled them all in. That's what he was telling them. Like, hey, man, listen, we got to finish this job. I can't have the Format Podcast talk about me. I'm sick of it. Yeah, that's what he was telling them, bro. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Bron does that at the end of every game, but I know at the end of this game, he was like, man, y'all know that bullshit we just went through?
Right.
Hey, we ain't doing that again.
Right.
Like, I'm not doing that again.
LeBron out here like, I'm too old for this, man.
I'm too old for this, bro. Hey, what's buddy name off Lethal Weapon?
Oh, man.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, bro, I'm getting too old for this, man.
Right.
We had to go ahead and put these boys out early, man.
That's it.
In the fourth quarter, bro.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, man, that was a great exhibition. I'm not saying exhibition. That was a great game of watching the greatest that we've seen over the last 15 years. Literally say, F that. We're the best. We're about to show you why.
We got to show it. Yeah.
We're going to show you why. AE didn't even get back on the floor.
That's right.
Edwards didn't get back on the floor. Anthony Davis didn't get back on the floor. They knew Kevin Durant.
We got to finish it out
Curry,
with the legends.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Them boys alone got 8 titles amongst each other. We're winning this game.
That's right.
We are winning this game. And I think that was the
10
most
titles.
proudest moment.
10.
Huh?
10 titles.
10? I mean, I'm merging KD.
KD got 2.
Yeah, I'm merging KD's with Steph.
I got you. I got
8, but you know what I mean? So I'm with 10 titles.
Yeah.
10 titles we got on this roster. Win the game.
Right.
Close it out.
Right.
Do what you guys do best. If I can have a fly on my wall with a camera, you will hear me yelling, KD, Braun, Steph, do what y'all do that made y'all great. Close this out.
Facts.
And we've seen y'all do it time and time again. Not so much Steph. I'll say that. But KD, we've seen you close it out. Braun, we've seen you close it out. Steph Curry, we've seen you hit bomb after bomb when it matters the most.
That's right.
Just do it now. Because Serbia is waiting right there in the trenches. And you remember Bogdanovic was doing this to Melo.
Yeah, that's right.
No more than that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That fourth quarter. Hey,
that's right.
he didn't
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I know Melo was. I wish they can put the camera on Melo to see the end of the game. Because I know Melo was talking cash. I know Melo was talking cash.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, he was talking dirty to him. No doubt.
Without question.
Yeah. Nah, that was a fantastic game, man. I know that NBC loved it for the ratings. I know that,
absolutely.
I know that France loved it for hosting that in the Olympics. It was fantastic. Definitely was fantastic. All right.
I do got a question for you.
What you got?
When they go on commercial,
and
you hear the song, the theme music, did that give you nostalgia?
Of course. Because but you know what's weird though, because I've heard it on Fox Sports. And I thought that Fox had bought it from NBC. I guess nobody owns it right now because I've heard different people using it. But now NBC got to go ahead and lock it back down because this is going to be beautiful.
Man, I went mentally. I went back in time.
Back in time.
I honestly went back in time when I heard the theme music. I'm like, Oh boy! I'm kicking my feet like a little kid, like a midget on the couch.
Man, oh my gosh, I loved it so much back then.
It was so much nostalgia, man.
Yeah, and I especially loved it like during the playoffs, man. And Bob Costas coming with his little story as his intro for the playoff game.
Yes.
Especially like when it was like the Bulls and the Pacers or the Bulls and the Knicks. Oh my gosh, man.
You're showing your age, but I get you.
I know. But that's my era though. You know what I'm saying? That's my era. You know?
Yeah.
And so I love that so much. It just definitely touched my heart, man. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. Bro. All right. But let's go ahead now, man. And since we broke down this game and all that, let's go ahead and open up the phone lines. Definitely like to hear some of you guys' thoughts on this game and Team USA, and about what LeBron showed us tonight, because he did have an incredible game. That said, triple-double. That said, Mike and Kobe would have never allowed themselves to be down by 17.
Mike and Kobe never played an MVP on the other side, though.
Yeah, whatever. All right, let me take this call. What's going on? You call the Format Podcast. Edward, what's up, my brother?
Big, Transformer. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's going on, Eddie? I love you, bro.
Man, we having a good time out here tonight, talking some hoops, man.
Hey, I'm over here with sweating bullets when I was watching the game today. So,
I hear you.
Man, but my question for you, Bruce, when
yes, sir.
You said you wasn't worried about JT not being on the court.
Yeah.
See, it was like you can't think that he's not ready for this type of moment yet. For him not to be out there, I mean, because he's a champion, he's a NBA, I mean, like, look, I ain't like that. I mean, I really didn't
honestly
like that at all.
And you'll think this is crazy coming from a Celtics fan.
Yeah,
it didn't even occur to me. I swear, I didn't even think about. All I'm thinking about watching this freaking game is, can Serbia pull this thing off? And I wasn't BSing when I told y'all how much content is that going to give our show.
His command right now. Call them.
Transformer, I swear. All I'm thinking, and you can ask G, because me and G was watching the game. And
I'm like, I don't think G served.
No, G served. G's Army. Me and G went to AIT together. That's how we met.
I'm about to text him right now.
Yeah,
I'm calling y'all's command.
Me and G was battle buddies for like the first 9 months, man. We went through it from the beginning all the way through AIT. That's how we got tight. Yeah.
No,
that's my brother.
Not doing it.
I mean, because I'm like, okay, the 20, I think it was the last one. I mean, he was on the floor when they played. I forgot who they played last. He was out there, him and KD.
Was it Germany?
And I'm like, I think it wasn't. Germany.
No, Germany got beat by France. I can't remember who it was, but go ahead. Sorry.
What we talking about?
Yeah, but because he had that experience, and I was like, wow, doing this to him again. I'm like, what's going on for him not to be there? And then Anthony Edwards was really showing his age. He's 20 years old. He's not really focused about that. I mean,
he's not quite there yet.
He have his moments where he's not going to be involved like that. This was a veterans closeout game.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is, when you're that coach, right, and when you're Steve Kerr, you count on your all-timers to bring you home in a game like that. You don't play around with it. So, like Transformer said a little while ago, you have a team with Kevin Durant, and you have a team with LeBron James, and you have a team with Steph Curry.
Yes.
These are the guys Think about it. He knows Kevin Durant and Steph Curry very well, right? These guys got him 2 championships. Obviously, Steph got him 4, and with KD, they got 2 there. So he knows what these guys are capable of. He has gone against LeBron on the big stage in many, many situations. So he's saying, I'm going to go with what I know, and I'm going to let these guys bring it home. Now, JT, okay, Jason Tatum is a champion, but again, I don't think, to Transformer's point, that he's a very good fit for this team. And secondly, it's this wasn't the time to have him out there with literally the United States Olympic future in this basketball tournament in the balance. Yeah.
But D Book was out there. I mean, you gonna put D Book instead of JT? I mean, like, who you really taking?
But you're looking at the positioning that he's playing, though.
That's right.
Where JT's playing the 3 and the 4.
Right. Yeah, if you take him out, you're gonna take out Kevin Durant. You're gonna take out LeBron. You're not doing that.
You can't do that.
No, you're not doing that.
Right.
No, because I'm looking at D Book. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like D Book, but I'm thinking about JT. I mean, of course, he's a champion. He's been on this stage before. He won Olympics, right there on side with KD and Zach and Dame and Draymond. So that's why I was kind of
he didn't play.
I forgot about that. That's right.
He didn't really play, but go ahead.
Yeah. I just maybe Steve Kerr doesn't trust him in those high leverage moments, and that's fine. Like I said, I truly believe that that JT and Mr. Brown are going to freaking go off next season, because I think they're going to both feel disrespected and snubbed. But as of right now, you go with who's going to bring you home. Go ahead, Transformer.
No, I think if you look at let's look at the finals, right? Let's look at the NBA finals, right? What did Jason Tatum really do best, right? Rebounding, assists. He did like the other things, and then he added some scoring whenever he got the opportunity to. Who do we have right now that's on the floor?
He did lead in everything for the Celtics, though.
He did. Now, granted, he did. But hear me out real quick. Hear me out. When it came to getting a bucket, you wasn't really relying on Jason Tatum.
No, you was looking at Mr. Brown to get it.
You was looking at Mr. Brown to get it. So at the same time, JT was like, okay, I can score, but I can also assist, and I can also rebound. Why does that sound so familiar with somebody in the starting lineup? LeBron James.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can score. LeBron can score. He can assist, rebound. So I'm already in that system to where Jason, like, if you look at when Jason Tatum's on the floor, he's like, I mean, what am I here to do? What do you guys want me to do? So I don't think the format is not predicated for him to play with that team. If you were to take LeBron off that team, I think you would see more Jason Tatum, because he fits more of that role. I can assist, I can rebound, I can do some of the dirty things that you really not going to see on the highlight reel, but I can also give you points. That's what LeBron is already doing. So when Jason Tatum gets in a game, he's like, I mean, Braun is already doing what I normally do. You know what I mean? If my shot isn't on, well, guess what? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to defend. I'm going to get some pounds. I'm going to get some assists. LeBron got a triple-double tonight.
So where is the room for Jason Tatum to come out there and do something?
There's room for me to come out there and do anything. So I think that's the biggest key on why Steve Kerr was just like, JT, hey,
I don't need you tonight.
We need Braun is on. Let's let him cook.
It was okay, but what if it was up like 26 or something like that? Would he have those minutes, or you think he's probably waiting?
Who was up 26?
France, USA.
No, if we were so, he would have got some minutes. Yeah,
you put in Halliburton, you put in everybody at that point, because at that point you're just trying to see what works.
Right. So real quick, last name has a real good question here. Does this performance by Joker prove he's the best player in the world? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the reason why is it wasn't Joker getting busy that had Serbia up by 18, 17.
Bogdanovic.
It was the crazy shooting that they were doing. They were crazy hot.
It was Bogdanovic.
Yes, I really agree definitely. And secondly, you can't be the best player in the world when Embiid eats your lunch every time you see him. You just can't.
I'm talking.
There was no player that was doing that to Mike or Kobe when they were the best players in the world.
Now, no, we all been in high school before, right? We all been in high school before, but you always seen that one cafeteria fight. Now, I'm not sure where you grew up at, right? But if you grew up in a royal area, we're just going to say that, urban perhaps, you seen that one point in time in the lunch line where you just see this one dude just get checked. He was like, bro, I'm going to get your lunch. That's Embiid when it comes to Jokic.
Yeah.
That's Embiid.
Yeah.
And that's literally what he did. So we can't say Jokic is like the best player in the world like that. When Embiid literally came in, if you go and you watch all 4 quarters, Jokic was getting whatever he wanted to until Embiid got on that court. And when Embiid got on that court, Jokic had a problem. He couldn't score. He couldn't really get his post move. He couldn't do anything because Embiid was right there the whole time.
You know what's crazy too? I think Embiid knows that Jokic knows that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, like we all know that.
I think he knows that. Yeah, go ahead, Edward. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
Okay. No, y'all good. I love what I'm hearing. So what about now when y'all said that JT and JB, would this motivate them in the season? So what about Jokic? Would this motivate him? Be like, oh, okay.
I mean, but what
not
more
much to motivate
motivation
when
does he
you have
He's a
you have
champion and he's
multiple
a three-time
MVP in your.
MVP, right? Like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got it. You're saying
my
what I'm
bad.
saying.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're on the same page. Yeah. What more motivation does he need other than he wants to win some more? I don't think
Well,
that's the difference. Like, nobody disrespect him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully, we JT was playing France today because I'm watching the game Saturday 3:30. So I was sweating bullets today. I was feeling like Pinky on Friday when he was in the shop and he said, "Hey, I have my own," and everything like that, man. Because I'm telling you, that made me, because KD did not start in the first half when we was down. I'm like, Steve Kerr, what is going on? What is really going on?
Yeah. You know what?
It was a huge problem. What did he say?
I don't know. I think he. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, like I said, I was wondering what was going on. Why Steve Kerr not putting KD in here? I mean, like, I didn't get it.
But the thing about it, KD was in the game. He just wasn't getting his shot. I mean, like he wasn't making his shot. And I think when the fourth quarter hit, the lights. When you know what they say when when the lights get brighter, that's when the players truly shine and show who they are. And KD, when them lights turned bright, it was like, this is my time.
I know a guy like that.
Time again.
I know a guy like that.
Oh, come on, Bruce. Come on, man. We not. Come on, man.
Well, actually,
who was it?
I was referring to the gentleman that's in heaven with his daughter right now, running the courts up there with Wilt and the rest of those guys. That's who I was referring to. When the lights get bright,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, because I hate I missed the last topic. I was talking about the Dish 24. I was more thinking about the Redeem team going against the 92.
Okay.
That
would have been an interesting match.
That was what, 08? That's 2008.
Yeah,
right?
08. Because you always have
Kobe.
You always have the Kobe versus Mike dynamic, but that's something we could talk about another time. That might be.
We should have that topic.
I think we're gonna need to.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Chat, let us know. Y'all vote. Y'all vote in the comments, man. Y'all want to have a Kobe Jordan topic?
Yeah, as in Redeem Team versus Dream Team, or it can just be Kobe Jordan. Either way. Nino, this is a great point. The attention Jokic was getting was the reason shooters could get off. Edward, man, you got anything else for us, brother?
Man, no, man. I'm gonna keep listening, man. Y'all have a good one. I love what I'm hearing. I love you. Y'all have a blessed one. All right?
Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate the call, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Nino, that's a great point, man. I didn't even look at it that way. Yeah, Jokic does clearly draw a lot of attention, but I think the reason the shooters were getting off is because if you watched, there were possessions where they was doing 2-3 ball screens in succession before the shooter could get a shot off. So they were doing everything they could do to free these guys up, and they executed properly because the physical talent is not there.
It was a lot of gambling. I mean, if you look at a lot of the plays, a lot of their big threes came off of gambles. Like we're trying to steal the ball from Jokic when he gets it off the
passing lane,
like,
and then
it didn't work out for us. And I think when the fourth quarter hit, we finally said, okay, play these guys straight up.
That's enough.
Straight up.
To your point, I think that's when I think that's when Spo said, okay, look, Bam, you better tell them what it is out here. We play D in Miami, So I totally get it. Yeah, pause. Ooh, big pause. All right, y'all. So we are gonna leave it right there. Man, we did over 2 hours on 2 topics, bro. That's crazy.
But they were entertaining.
They were really good topics. Absolutely, man. So obviously we talked about Draymond.
AJ, call in, man. Call in. We want to hear your takes about Spo. And I know you've been blowing up the chat, blowing up my texts for sure. Talking about Spo, man. Call in and give us your take on Spo's defensive scheme,
if you want to do that, we'll take a call from AJ if he wants to do that before we get out of here. Definitely would love to hear from
man.
You
got 2 minutes to make it happen.
Yeah,
I know he a Miami Heat fan. He was yelling in my inbox like, "Yo, Spo need to be head coach right now because Steve Kerr's not getting it done."
Yeah,
we need the defense. But he was right, man. He was right to a point to where, like I said, we were shooting too many gaps. We were gambling way too much. And I think once we finally settled down and we let the greats be like do what they do that made them great.
Yeah.
It like Serbia couldn't do nothing with it. They like,
I think
now these boys is really locked in.
Yeah.
We ain't got the firepower to battle these guys.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best points you made, Transformers. Basically, that Steve Kerr trusted his legends to bring it home when they needed to, and they did that.
No, absolutely. It was definitely a show. Definitely a show. AJ, man, we waiting on you, brother.
Yeah, waiting on you.
You got 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah. It was a heck of a game, and just I think great day in the Olympics overall today, man. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone smoked Femke Bol.
Yes,
and man,
about 30 meters.
Set her 6th world record in the event in the last 3 years, which is absolutely absurd. Took home gold, so just 100% dominant in the women's 400-meter hurdles.
I mean, let's close it out like that. Let's talk about the golds we won tonight.
Man, I tell you what,
that 400-meter hurdles. You saw my boy Holloway.
No, I didn't. I thought he ran the 110.
Was it the 110?
Yeah, he ran the 110, and he blew that away too. Yeah, he killed
whatever he ran. It was non-compete. It wasn't even worth it. My man was smoking.
Yeah,
the way he cleared that last hurdle, you just knew like
gone.
He's going, man.
Yeah.
He's going, man.
But real talk, back to that women's 400-meter hurdles, man. I know I'm harping on it, but I was so looking forward to that matchup. I think Sydney McLaughlin and Femke Bol had like the top 4 times ever. And I think Femke Bol had one of the top 2 times this year. And so she hadn't lost the 400-meter hurdles race since 2019, I think. And so, she was really on pace, and Sydney McLaughlin is setting all these world records. So I'm like, okay, we really gonna have a showdown here.
That 300 bend, 300 bend, Sydney took over. It was like, yo, what? How are you like? Okay, all my track runners out there, y'all know it's the difference between a straightaway and that bend.
And that curve,
that bend is tough, right? I ran the 800-meter relay, the 4x8. I ran the 800 as a 5'6", bro. My coach was tripping, but I had the long jump, the 4x8, and the 800.
Okay,
that bend, that's a tough bend. I'm coming at an 800-meter pace. At a 400-meter pace, you're halfway sprinting. You're trying to get around that at the same time. You got to clear the hurdle. That in itself is tough. When Sydney came across that bend, it was over.
And I'm like, how is she continuing to open up that gap? I'm watching and I'm like, oh my God. And I'll tell you what was crazy, where I kind of thought Femke Bol had a chance, because I watched her when the Netherlands upset the United States in the 4x4 mixed relay.
Yeah.
And that's coming off of the United States in the previous round in the semifinals, setting the world record on that thing. And I saw Femke Bol run down the United States off a big lead on that 400 flat. And I'm like, oh boy, okay, she's real deal. And I didn't think she was going to beat McLaughlin-Levrone, but I thought it was going to be
closer,
more competitive than that.
Like it was a match.
Yeah, that just show you in that event, man, Sydney's the GOAT in that event, man.
Like Sydney literally put a gap to where you had time to go get a cheese sandwich, come back.
Facts.
And then everybody else finishing the race.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Sydney is running the 400 flat, because I know Femke Bol is. And so that would be awesome if she's running the 400 flat.
I think, are they already done with the 4?
No, the women's 400 flat? Nah, it can't be.
I thought they were. I'm thinking of the 200. That was Gabby Thomas. Never mind.
Oh, that Gabby Thomas.
Gabby.
I didn't expect her to smoke. No, I didn't expect her to smoke Julian Alfred like that either. That was impressive. Yeah.
Smoked him.
I said, okay, Harvard, all right.
Harvard out there showing out this year. I think they got 2 gold medals.
Showing out. Yup.
I want to say Harvard alone got 2 gold medals out of they classmen. Alumni. There you go. I said it wrong day.
Yeah, no, I was alumni. Yeah, I was very impressed. Let's see. Women's 400 meter. When is this? And then we'll get up out of here. Trying to find it. What's today? Today is
the 8th.
Today is the 8th. So I guess it started already. Tomorrow is the women's 400 meter final.
Okay, did she qualify for that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
That's what I thought. I'm like, I know they ran the 400 already.
Okay, I didn't realize they did. Damn, how did I miss that?
Because they running them simultaneously with the hurdle team.
Why would they do that?
Because hurdles is different. The hurdles is different.
Yeah,
it's different between running a straight line around a whole lap versus now you got to clear hurdles.
Yeah,
that's different, man. That's different. That's tough. Spo would have had this team locked in defensively from start, and because of who these guys are, the offense would have found itself. I mean, I can see that. I like that take, AJ. I mean, it's something that you said in the chat already for life. That we need to start our own podcast, man. Tell him, Bruce. Tell him, Bruce, get on it.
Hey,
get on it, man.
Hey, dude, hey, look.
Matter of fact, hop on here. You want to get your feet warm? You want to get your feet wet? Pause. I'm gonna be a guest, man. We take all takes, man.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it.
The Format Podcast, man. We lit.
Format Podcast. All right, I can't even find who's competing in that. I'm gonna have to look that up, and we'll
go on the. Are you on the Olympics website?
They'll
show you who's on there.
Let's see. Olympics.
Because it's all about who qualified at that point.
8 participants. Women's 400-meter finals. I'm looking for it now.
Let me help you out.
Yeah, see if you can help me find that. I'm looking for it.
The women's 400. The women's 400, right?
Yeah, 400 meters women. Okay. So neither of them are running in that. So Sada Williams, Henriette Yeager, Rashida Adelike. Oh, okay. Amber Anning.
No, she's definitely not in it. We got
that's who's gonna win. Shorty from DR. She's gonna win. She's a beast in that event.
Yeah.
Barring any upsets, I think she's gonna win.
Yeah, right now we projected as last.
Got some. Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's why you run
Alexis
event,
Holmes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why you run it.
That's why you run it. Line them up. We all thought Noah Lyles was gonna kill it.
That's right. We sure did. Sure did. But yo, let's let everybody get out of here, man. It's getting late. Plus, unfortunately, I gotta go to work. I shouldn't say unfortunately. I'm blessed to have a job. So I do have to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's call it a night here. Tomorrow's Friday, and we'll be back with y'all on Saturday, man. And also, I should be on Man Down Sports Full Panel Fridays tomorrow night at 7:30.
Oh, you will. Shout out Man Down Sports, man.
Yeah. I should be filling in on that tomorrow. So look out for me there. If you're a fan,
if they need a sub, I'm welcome. But no,
no doubt. All right, y'all. But I appreciate it. Make sure, again, if you haven't already, please go ahead, click that like and subscribe before you get up out of here. Make sure you're sharing the show. If you enjoy the content, man, it really helps us out more than you know. We really appreciate that. And we're going to leave it right here. Transformer, thank you so much for joining me tonight, man. Great show. Yeah. And, I guess that's it.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, mate. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Like I said, man, this means a lot to us, man. It means a lot to us, man. If you guys think this was an entertaining show, it gets better from there. You know what I mean? Share it to your people. Share it to your feed, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever it is, man. It goes a long way, man. It's all free. When I ask you guys to pay for anything, but it's a free thing to do. You know what I mean? We love it. We appreciate everything you guys do, man.
But if you want to show love in Super Chat or Cash App, we appreciate that too. All that helps.
Absolutely.
That helps buy equipment. That helps, pay for the phone lines, the internet, all that stuff. So what if you want to help, we appreciate that as well. So
y'all already made my voice better. Y'all got me a better mic.
There we go.
Got me a better mic. So now I'm here all the time.
That's it. All right, y'all. Well, listen, we're gonna get out of here and we'll be back with you. And we're out. Peace.